Lost in Seattle, episode 43. Old faces, new roles.
New roles. We've seen we're gonna get to that old face, the one you can't wait to get to every damn episode.
We got a good lineup tonight. Good lineup.
But how y'all doing, man? Hope y'all having a good day.
Hope you had a good week.
Or whenever you watch this. Yeah, this week was first week of Black History Month.
Shit already going downhill.
Yeah, shit already looking kind of crazy, but
the Black History Month has been terrible the last 2 years. Ever since 2020.
Well, has it been bad on social media or in the real world?
Social media.
Exactly. In the real world.
It's been great because Black people around the world I think their eyes are being opened up.
To a lot of things. Not just
and
Black
things
History
being
Month.
revealed.
That's not just Black History Month with that. That's
particularly in the Americas.
Yeah. That's every day, hopefully. But Black History Month, it's been bad on the internet. Last year, that might have been, at least on, like I said, on social media, on the internet. That had to be the worst Black History Month ever.
Well, it ain't looking too good. Right now, it ain't looking too good.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it ain't looking too good, but we'll get into that. Well, I guess we should go ahead. This was the first segment is going to be on. We're going to just focus on Black History Month. What has happened the first, when y'all hear this, it'll be what, 6 days, 7 days by then? The first week.
5.
So the first week of Black History Month. Let's go through some of the stuff that's already happened. Let's see. The FBI has identified suspects accused of making threats to HBCUs this week.
They trying to kill niggas at HBCUs.
Then the ones that are dangerous? Are they? Look, man, let me say something.
They the boule though. I mean,
HBCUs, look, once again, this is the internet. On the internet, everybody I see with an HBCU name in their bio are some of the worst type of people. I'm about to say,
niggas go say Travis ain't shit. Because I'm about to say, most of the HBCUs, especially, like your Morehouses, Spelmans, they fucking boules, they gatekeepers, so...
That's not the boule I'm talking about. I'm talking about they just the most assholiest people. Some of them the biggest coons, but
yeah,
we'll get to that. At least 14 HBCUs reported bomb threats Tuesday. The first day of Black History Month, at least one of them, Howard University, also got a bomb threat Monday. Now, this was a weird story. Now, look, let me say this.
Well, hell, being at boules are coons too.
You still?
Yeah, I'm still focused on that.
Okay, go ahead. Expound your point on that completely.
Well, you sit here saying, when you see HBCUs, they're the biggest coons. A fucking boule is a coon. You a boule. You're a fucking coon. That's automatic.
You got it out?
Got it out.
All right. But, okay, so Black History, so these bomb threats, this ain't the first time Black schools have been threatened with bombs. Obviously, this happens way often, more often than it should, especially during the Civil Rights era. Around the 50s, 60s.
The 4 little black girls.
Yeah, that bombing. That was another
church.
Yeah, that was one of the most recorded wicked ones that we can.
There's probably so many more that we don't even know.
Yeah, that's one of the more famous wicked ones that happened. But let me just get straight to this article and what they're saying, man. FBI identified 6 juveniles as part of an interest in bomb threats at Black colleges. The minors appear to be using sophisticated methods to disguise the source of the threats, which seem to have a racist motivation, a law enforcement official said. So I guess that means they're not little black kids trolling. They're not, I'm saying like this, they're not little black juveniles trolling.
I'm going to reserve my opinion until they say what they are.
6 tech-savvy, in quotation, juveniles have been identified as persons of interest by the FBI in threats to historically black colleges and universities to appear to be racially motivated. More than a dozen historically black colleges and universities received bomb threats on Tuesday, the first day of Black History Month. A law enforcement official says the FBI has identified 6 persons of interest around the country, all juveniles who are suspected of making the threats. The officials say They appear to be tech savvy, using sophisticated methods to try and disguise the source of the threats, which appear to have a race. That's the third. Y'all said it 3 times already. Okay. Howard University was among the first to issue a shelter-in-place order early Tuesday, just a day after the school and several other historically black college universities received similar threats.
Howard, the college that got ceilings leaking and they just had a protest and all this shit. They were the first one to do in shelter place.
Was it any safer inside or outside? I'm joking, but
it's safer outside than the inside of the school.
I don't know. Howard University. A bomb threat against the university has been investigated. An alert from Howard University said, according to NBC Washington, all persons on campus are advised to shelter in place until more information is available. The emergency alert was time-stamped at 3:29 a.m. Tuesday, the first day of Black History Month. So, okay. So, clearly, this was a staged.
It was planned.
When I say, more say planned situation, some kids or juveniles, as they say, got together. Yeah, let's call up some Negro schools and.
You sure that's the voice?
What you think it is?
Niggaless.
Hey, my niggaless. No, I don't think it was that, but they said it had a race
or Asian.
Hey, the Asian thing might fit. They said tech savvy.
Listen, or black immigrants. Everybody's at the bus. Nobody can be trusted at this point.
You just started swinging out the gate, didn't you?
Black immigrants, Asians, Native Americans, Caucasians, Mexicans.
Oh wait. Let me say this.
We've been under attack by all these people.
You realize you said
even Negroes.
You realize you said Caucasians and Mexicans last.
Okay.
You said black immigrants first.
There was just a heated debate on Twitter with Tariq. So I said them first because it got pretty heated.
Let's look a certain way.
I don't give a damn how I look.
I know you don't. Let's move on to the next topic. Well, not the next topic. We're speaking about the same thing, but another day of Black History Month. Let's see what the mayor of New York is saying to his constituents. What's the message he's giving? What's the message he's giving?
This your boy.
Well, stop saying I don't want this man voted in. Let's see. Let's see what he had to say coming into Black History Month. Let's see what he had to say.
To come together and deal with this fight. We are on the same page. There is a reason they call me the Biden of Brooklyn.
What did he say now? Let me rewind it again. Hold on.
The reason they call me the Biden of Brooklyn.
Interesting. A wonderful YouTube content creator was just talking about how grimy Brooklyn niggas are.
Yeah.
We were listening to his video today, and he was going in on how grimy Brooklyn niggas are. And we have a grimy Brooklyn nigga.
Well, we don't have. I ain't got no grimy
mayor.
I don't have no.
But this your boy. This is who Duke wanted into office into New York. He was highly upset when they tried to rig the votes for that Hispanic lady.
Stop trying.
Who might have not introduced stop and frisk and all these laws that are going to affect Negroes.
Please.
But Duke was in favor of this mayor.
Please stop lying to these people. Don't.
I don't gotta lie. Go back. Check my credits. Go back and check the videos that we did 5 or 6 episodes ago.
See, you're lucky I know the people that listen to us is intelligent people. Because they can, I'm about to say smell. But
they can smell bullshit?
No, I'm about to say they can smell your smile through the mic. But they can hear the smile.
No, I'm serious. You wanted this Negro in office, so.
Yeah, I am, nigga.
Look at what you did to New Yorkers.
But this is what he had to say. Biden and NYC Mayor Eric Adams sealed their alliance as Democrats faced a crossroads on crime. So there's been a crime, allegedly, there's been a crime boom, even though I looked at some numbers and they said crime is actually down according to those numbers, but other numbers say it's up. It is what it is.
For this Negro to say he is the Biden.
Think about what that means.
Biden introduced the what?
Crime bill. So think about what that means. Him and Biden are meeting up on the rise of crime.
Him and Biden are meeting up to try to see how many Negroes they can get locked up this year.
There you go. So they were meeting up on crime, and you call yourself the Biden of Brooklyn, as in, I'm about to lock this in. Look, it started a few months ago. Somebody started this move back down south, niggas.
And I said,
you've had 2 years to get the hell out of New York. Get out of there.
Do we want them in the South?
Niggas. Get out of New York.
What about the California Negroes?
I don't know what to say because they ain't going to leave.
Say it off air.
They don't look, I'm about to say, they ain't gonna want to leave the weather. Number one.
Okay.
2, Cali niggas is different.
Oh, so they different.
Cali Negroes.
Are you xenophobic towards California Negroes?
That don't make sense. See, you
Why?
try to bring something
How's
that's
that different?
old and bring it don't fit.
How it don't fit?
Because it's not xenophobic. Xenophobic is not somebody who's in your country. You trying to say I'm statophobic?
They're in our country, but you view them as different from us. You don't view them as the same.
No. I didn't mean different from us. I mean,
What do you mean? It's different.
I was about to say the mentality.
Specify.
I was about to say the mentality is a little different out west. They're not gonna.
How's their mentality?
We talked about it with the Asian thing. Go back to our old video.
Is it any different from New Yorkers
can
and
I
their?
please finish the sentence?
Okay.
So we talked about the Asian thing. The dude Charleston White, who was going back and forth with the California people about the Asian Crips, and in our comment section, it was a lot of West Coast dudes threatening me. I went back and forth with a few of them. I don't count the Asians and Mexicans, but
okay, I understand. You went into their mindset. How's it any different from New Yorkers with their obsession over Latinos?
What do they got to do with that?
It's the same thing with California's thing with Asians. New Yorkers have that same relationship with Hispanics and Latinos. What is the difference? They have the same mentality towards these people.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't. I gave you my answer. Let's get
this Negro is delusional.
Let's get to this. President Biden hands a note to. We're gonna read that. Their paths to the New York Police Department downtown Manhattan headquarters on Thursday could hardly have been more different. But President Joe Biden and New York City Mayor Eric Adams are now, by their choosing and at their own political risk, increasingly bound as the Democratic Party tries to plot a course ahead of the year's midterm elections and pandemic-era spike in violent crime. At one police plaza, Biden, flanked by Adams at the main, publicly rolled out a series of new policies plump with proposals designed to crack down on gun violence, like breaking the iron pipeline that delivers illegal guns to the city for more permissive states down Interstate 95, and called for more money to be rooted in local law enforcement around the country. So the Democratic Party is 180, and they're saying that to fund the police shit is hurting the party. We're actually going to fund the police more.
Oh, so they're taking advice from that that resident that came out of Virginia when he came out and said they need to cut the wokeism out.
Yeah, woke is how you said woke is a joke, something like that. So they're already moving out. So they went to this article, and they're basically saying Eric Adams is supposed to be the anti-woke Democrat, right? He's the law and order. I guess you'll call him a what do they call it? Middle of the road. What do they call it? Moderate Democrat. They're trying to now build up this moderate thing because they don't want to talk about the crime openly, because then the people start talking about why is the crime happening.
Oh, they building up this moderate Democrat thing for President Hillary Clinton to come along.
Well, you don't build, you just jump into it.
How do I jump into it?
Damn. Like you just like, shut up, nigga. This is what's going on. Like, damn. All right, I was trying to get to that. All right, whatever. But so Eric
too scared to say shit.
So Eric Adams, he's now we showed last episode that he's pushing a bill to confiscate guns, which is not the worst thing at least illegal firearms. But then he's also pushing a what they call it, stop and frisk.
Stop and frisk. That's the big one.
Undercover officers are going to be going up to people and able to check them. If they, by the way, another
if
thing,
they have a red or blue flag on them.
So gang related. If you have a red or blue flag on anywhere.
So let's just say I got cornrows and I, you
got a flag
and
on.
I just want to put a little flag on my
Instead
head.
Of wearing
now I'm getting pulled over.
Look, only people who wear that at this point are gang members, right?
That's not true.
Who wear a bandana?
In the South, they wear bandanas.
This is New York. I'm just saying.
I've seen New Yorkers wear bandanas.
Yeah,
too.
What they doing?
Not all of them are in gangs. Dude.
I'm not saying they're all
there
gang
you go.
related.
He's saying that New York culture is ridden of gangs, so they need to crack down on these people with stop and frisk. I told y'all he was for this mayor, so
we gonna move on.
Y'all didn't listen to me.
You're gonna keep pounding that. So
here we go. Where's this lady from?
Can I introduce? Like, you just something going on. I know what it is. You're trying to speed it up. so we can get to something in particular you want to talk about. Please slow it down. By the way, I'm gonna try to speed these videos up.
Where is this lady from though? Seriously.
Where's she from?
Yeah.
What do you mean where she's from?
What state she from?
Virginia.
Damn. Oh, this is the no, that's not her.
What?
Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, this is a Jamaican woman.
Oh, so this is a Jamaican woman.
Yeah. She's the deputy governor of Virginia.
And she's talking about Black History Month?
Yeah, did you listen to this?
No, I said I was gonna wait until the video to hear it.
I said, now listen to what she had to say
Get my first reaction from it.
Listen to what she had to say about Black History Month.
Hello, my name is Winsome Earl Sears, and I'm Virginia's newest Lieutenant Governor. I made history, sure, but you know, the history that we want to make is that which helps people. So this is Black History Month. We're going to be highlighting those who have gone before, who have helped us to become the country that we are. All people of all colors and even corporations have been part of making us better. So please look for that, and let's be kind and loving and all of that. And by the way, come down and see your Senate in action, your House of Delegates in action. This is your government, of the people, by the people, and for the people. Thank you.
You want to go first?
How can Black History Month be for all people? Like how? Black History Month is the history of Black people in America. But we have to celebrate anybody who have any dealings with Black people and even corporations.
Mm-hmm.
How do you even come to that belief? Like
Can I go?
Go ahead and go.
So this is why you call me xenophobic, by the way, because of people like her who is not a descendant of American slavery. We know for a fact that a lot of these people that came in the 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s, like what's his name? W.E. Du Bois.
W. Du Bois didn't come in the 30s and 40s, I don't think.
Whatever. Whenever he came here.
Yeah.
He is from Haiti.
Uh-huh.
And we know he came here he pretty much infiltrated a lot of things. So I feel like every time these Black immigrants are in places of power, they hinder Black Americans, because she has no right to say that we're going to include all people of all nationalities to help celebrate Black History Month when she's not a Black American. She does not have that right to say that. Right? Do you feel like she has a right to say that?
No.
Okay, then. So why do you be going at me when I be saying stuff about these Black immigrants and saying, oh, you say they not? I don't say they not our people. What I say is my concern is for Black Americans. They are my priority. They are first. There's nothing wrong with me saying that. Because last video I was under the weather.
Under the weather.
And you tried to put me on the ropes. I was under the weather. I still wasn't feeling good. Still getting on my little cold.
There was no.
But you ain't gonna do that this video. A nigga well, alive, and wake this video. I'm awake. I want the fucking smoke this video. I want the smoke this video.
I don't know what we said last time.
Oh yeah, you was going in. You was going in on me last video.
I went in.
You went in on me. I went back and listened to. I said, this nigga knew I wasn't feeling good. He got me last week, but your ass didn't get me this week.
Well, I wasn't going in on you.
She don't have a right to say we're gonna. Who are you speaking for, ma'am? You're not Black American. You don't get to say this.
Well, I see that's another.
I don't know how your ass got in the office. To be honest with you,
you don't know how she got in office.
Who voted her ass in? Black people voted her ass in, or was it? No, it was conservative white people that voted her ass in, right?
How many Black people voted for what's his name, Yorkin? I
don't think it was that many.
Did Black people vote for what's his name?
It was Eritrean people that voted for him.
Did Black people vote for what's his name, considering he lost?
Who lost?
The Democratic candidate.
They might have voted for him, but it wasn't enough.
They didn't vote for him either. He lost.
But maybe they didn't go out and vote for anybody.
Exactly. So what's your point with that?
It wasn't Black people that got him into office. He clearly came out and expressed that he had a backing for the Eritrean community in Virginia.
That's not what I'm talking about.
What are you talking about?
What is the point you're making?
The point that I'm making is she need to shut the fuck up. She don't get to tell Black Americans that we're going to be inclusive to everybody. It's our month.
A month? That's all you think you deserve?
I don't need a month. I'm speaking for black people who don't understand. For them, for me, Black History Month is all year long. We know our history. A lot of history is hidden. But yeah, this is our month. You don't tell us that we're going to include everybody.
So okay, since you brought this up, there was a thing going around. I saw a post somewhere, and a person made an argument that African Americans are being centered in Black History Month. And let me say, hold on, let me finish off.
That's ridiculous.
Someone said that African Americans are being too centered in Black History Month. Have anyone noticed this? And I was like, hold on, wait, let me go. And I thought to myself, like, okay, Black History Month was started in America by a Black American to tell the history of his people and to connect Black people to what he felt was their culture. Well, wait, just let me go. So how do you know that history, right? You have the UK that copied it, and they do theirs in October, or it's August.
It's October.
Yeah, October. The Canada has a Black History Month in February as well. So it's like, okay, so when Canada taught Black history, do they center Black people that's in Canada or the culture they come from, which is more likely the Caribbeans or Africa? So why? So then you have Caribbean History Month. That is because this person was mainly talking about the Caribbeans, or they're talking about the diaspora. And so you go, wait, so you're saying that Black History Month in America should focus more on history around the globe, but Caribbean History Month can just be for Caribbeans. How does that make sense? Wouldn't a holiday started by the people who wouldn't a holiday started by a certain people be about them? That question is crazy. Go ahead.
Okay, Black Americans should be centered in Black History Month because it's based in America. Why would we talk about other people? It makes no sense. We're not like the UK. We talk about people in America. We don't talk about the people in UK in Black American History Month.
Black Americans do talk about other people.
Who?
We talk about what's his name?
What's his name?
You just said us.
Who?
W.E.B. Du Bois.
His family moved to America. He was raised here. It's a difference. But it's not like in the UK where they're talking about
going for the UK
because they're the one that primarily focus on Black Americans.
You keep going in on the UK.
It's not like they're talking about people in America who've never stepped foot in the UK and including them in their history month. That's the difference. W.E. Du Bois was raised in America.
Well, we talk about,
unlike Marcus Garvey, he actually stepped foot on the continent of Africa.
What the hell Marcus Garvey?
That got nothing to do with it. I just said what I said.
But yeah, I just thought it was a crazy point she was trying to make.
Pan-African is gonna get me.
I just thought it was a crazy point she was trying to make there. So
she made no point.
What you mean she made no point?
When she said that corporate, I'm gonna use what you said. When she said the corporate people are being centering Black Americans.
She said they've been saying African American History Month instead of Black History Month.
Ain't that the name they give us, African American?
But she's saying it's Black History
Ain't that
Month.
what Trump called us? It's African Americans.
But she's saying it's Black History Month. Why are they trying to change the name?
It's Black American History Month. Get it through your thick ass.
I don't know.
I know you got a wig on.
Let's go to the next topic, man. Okay. Hold on. At night, this is Jim Clyburn. This is what he's doing. He's doing during Black History Month. At 9 a.m. tomorrow, I will testify before House Judiciary on a bill to make lift every voice and sing the national hymn.
This is a coon. This is a coon.
This has resonated with me all of my life. Making the national hymn will be an act of healing and bringing our country closer together. This got to be, look, what's his name? The Black authority, Jason Black.
Yes, Jason
This had
Black.
a space where he asked the question, can we trust old Black people?
No.
And I don't like talking bad
because
on
we got
the
a
elders.
couple that come on the page and we don't want them in the
I don't want to talk bad about the elders, but if you are an older Black person over the age of 50 and you hear this, you can't tell me this isn't.
You got to come out and
you got to say what he is.
Yeah, you got to come out and say what he is and tell the truth.
Like we gotta do something about him.
Like this is the highest level of cooning there is. I mean,
no, this ain't nowhere near the highest level.
This Negro talking about making it.
Oh, you just said it's the highest level of.
What's the highest level of cooning to you?
Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum.
His name is not Jason Tatum.
His name is Brandon Tatum.
Brandon Tatum.
What's the difference between Brandon Tatum and James E. Clyburn? What's the difference between the two?
What's the difference?
Yeah, what's the difference?
What do you mean, what's the difference?
What is the difference between Brandon Tatum and James E. Clyburn? Please tell me what's the difference. What's the difference?
One comes out and says that black people deserve to get shot.
Well, hell, if he's not doing anything beneficial for his people by pushing things, and he said he's going to the House to pass a bill. Is he trying to pass reparation bill? Is he trying to do anything for his people? So we might as well be shot and killed dead. We're dying out here. We're starving out. Why doesn't that make any sense? He's no different from Brandon Tatum.
Someone that defends you dying is the same as somebody who just ignores you.
Who defends us dying?
What?
He defends us dying? What are you talking about?
Who are we talking about right now?
I'm talking about James.
Who else?
You said somebody defend. Okay, so you're saying that Brandon Tatum is defending black people being shot by police officers?
Yes.
James Clyburn is out here getting things passed for other people. We had somebody personally go to this man and try to talk to him reasonably about reparations, and he pretty much laughed in this man's face and said, "You'll never get it." So he's not doing anything to help his people either. He's not coming out saying things that Brandon Tatum is saying, but I see them as the same. I don't see them as no different. That's just my opinion.
That's your opinion. This is
You're saying one is a lesser evil. That's pretty much what you're saying.
Well, yeah, there's a difference. There's nuances in things.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So when they say pick the lesser evils, you will pick a lesser evil instead of saying I'm not going to pick evil at all.
Who said I'm picking them?
Are you picking?
I didn't pick.
Okay.
I just said one is different.
You're saying one is lesser evil, right?
But you said I'm picking one.
I feel like you defended one.
How am I defending them? I literally just put,
I
put this together and said
I consider him worse. He's out here getting things passed for other groups of people that don't need no help getting stuff passed. Joe Biden is already passing shit for Native Americans. That was a dispute between two tribes. It had nothing to do with the government taking anything from them. I'm referencing 3 or 4 videos we did where he went and passed a bill, put something in a bill for Native Americans, for one group of Native Americans to get a land. It was the Chapawapka, whatever it was.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's what I'm talking about. He's no different from Brandon Tatum.
That wasn't for me. I was just saying make sure people know who you're talking about.
It's for your ass too.
I know what the hell going on. I'm sorry, I just can't. I understand your point that a politician with power who's not doing.
He has way more power than Brandon Tatum does.
Is his name Brandon Tatum?
Yes, his name is Brandon Tatum.
It's not just. By the way, we keep saying his name. He's not the only one.
He's at the same level as Brandon Tatum. There ain't no difference between the two.
What's the other guy name?
You trying to make it seem like because Brandon Tatum said something about black people getting killed by the police, he's just no. Clyburn is just as bad. I don't understand how you see him as a lesser evil. It makes no sense to me.
It's just flat to you. They're all the same.
They're all the same.
No matter what, they all the same.
This man is at the highest level of being able to get stuff done. He literally, which it's a storyline. I'm just going along with storyline with people. He literally gave Joe Biden the state of South Carolina. Supposedly, he turned the election around for this man. Joe Biden ass should have never been in fucking. Should have never been a president. This man passed crime bills that still has black men locked up to this day. And Clyburn endorsed him, but you don't see him at the same level as Brandon Tatum because he didn't say. He hasn't flat out said by endorsing this man. He is flat out saying that should have listened to the police. You wouldn't have got shot. You shouldn't have did those 3 strikes. You wouldn't be in prison for all this time. But that's what you do. You defend people like the mayor of New York. You want him in office for stopping frisk and shit. We understand you, dude. We
Stop
see your
that.
MO.
Stop telling people.
He's a wicked ass Negro.
You need to stop telling people that. Now, you did change my mind on the.
I ain't changing mine on shit, nigga. Move on to the next topic.
It's not the next topic. It's the same thing.
Read the fucking article, dude.
United States. What? Okay. United States Congressman James Clyburn has filed a bill to make "Lift Every Voice" and sing the country's new national hymn in a move the Democrats say will be an act of bringing the country together. "Lift Every Voice" and sing, popularly known as the Black National Anthem, has a place of honor in the Black musical canon for more than a century. Clyburn, the House Majority Whip, put forward a proposal on the 13th of January calling for the song to be given a special place as a national hymn alongside the official U.S. anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. So what, you would play both of them?
But white people don't want you playing both of them. They want you to just play the national anthem.
They want the Star Spangled.
So Jim Clyburn is saying we need to have two national anthem songs, and they're going to see that as dividing the country. It's not uniting the country. It's dividing the country. It's separate. We have a black anthem and we have a white anthem. Right?
Yeah. "Lift Every Voice and Sing" was first heard in the celebration of President Lincoln, who played a crucial role in abolishing slavery. Niggas, hold on.
Ain't they been singing the "Lift Every Voice" at the football games anyway? And white people started complaining about it?
I don't know. But I know for a fact niggas wasn't on Lincoln like that. Like they're trying to make it out to be. Like they're trying to make it seem like niggas was really like worshiping Lincoln as their savior. And that ain't how it was going. Writer and activist James Weldon Johnson and his brother, James Rosamond Johnson, wrote the music and lyrics, which were performed by a chorus of 500 black and ethnically diverse children at a segregated school in Florida. Shortly afterwards, my brother and I moved away from Jacksonville to New York, and song passed out of our minds, James Weldon Johnson recalled, but the school children of Jacksonville kept singing it. They were off to other schools and sang it. They became teachers and taught it to their children. Within 20 years, it was being sung over the South and in other places, parts of the country. So that's where "Lift Every Voice" came from. The fact that he has the gall.
This is divisive.
The fact that he has the gall to actually go up there and stand for this when all these things he's seen pass for the people who aren't his people, it's crazy. And he actually
he said he's helped pass for people who are not his people. Make sure you put that in there.
I said that, didn't I?
No, you said the things he has seen passed.
Okay.
Include.
Well, he
has
one.
helped pass.
He helped.
We don't know about him helping one. We don't know what other things he's done for other communities behind the scene. We don't know that.
Well, publicly we know.
One. Publicly we know one.
Or two. I can't remember. You're a little rowdy.
I ain't no fucking rowdy.
Act like you won't smoke. All right. Let me go to the next one, man. Oh, we ain't going nowhere. I forgot about this right here, bud. Look at this.
Well, Morgan Freeman said he doesn't know why we have Black History Month, but a man with a lineage like he has, we would understand why he would say something like that. Just go look up. What was he on? What's that show? The black dude. Was he on that show when they tell you where your ancestors?
I forgot his name.
My Roots.
Yeah, I forgot the guy's name who runs it.
And then we know that, what's her name? Stacey Dash. She also said that when she was on Fox News as a correspondent, we need to get rid of things like BET. When she's been on BET, she's just like her cousin Damon Dash. But we know that she also has a mixed lineage as well. So she would say something like that.
Oh, you're just on a rant right now. You're just on a road right now.
And Dame Dash.
What the hell? How the hell are you on Dame Dash right now? You just want to.
Dame Dash wants to have a mixed lineage. That's what's wrong with that Negro. He wants to have a mixed lineage, so that's why he do the shit he do.
Alabama officials received complaints about Black History Month as state debates CRT legislation. So, Black History Month is critical race theory now? It was always going to go there, obviously.
This is what it's leading up to.
It's a culture war.
It's a culture war. White people don't want you to say anything that is making them look negative in a bad light, especially white men in particular.
I think what it mainly is, this country has such little, what you call it, national pride that American
patriotic
pride,
patriotism.
There's a lot less patriotism than in the past, so they can't really allow certain things to be said to their children because it's a reaction basically. This is a reaction to what they've noticed the last 10 years or so.
It's fine. Like Black History for a month. I think when you say Black History now, they're fine when you say, oh, you invented this, you did that. Yeah. But when you go into civil rights, when you go into slavery, and when you go to all those things, then that's critical race theory. We can't have those things in school. If you want to talk about the positive things that you have contributed to America and making America great, that's fine. But you need to
can't speak on the negative things.
The negative things.
You have to.
But with the negative, they're saying a positive though.
But see, if you do speak on the negative, you have to paint it in a positive light.
How can you paint slavery in a positive light?
Oh, look, you were slaves and you was able to work your way up. Now you have a president, a quote unquote black president, a black vice president.
You were a slave, but we introduced you into Christianity. We made you a Christian.
I'm saying that, the bootstrapism. Oh, look, you were slaves, and now you have a black, quote unquote, black vice president.
You know, it's
you have
crazy.
Black politicians. They
always want Negroes to pull themselves up out of bootstraps, but they don't pull themselves up out of bootstraps. They got connections. White people got connections on connections. They got lineage. They got what's it called? They got stuff passed down to them, inheritance. That ain't pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You inherited everything you got. But niggas gotta work hard for everything they get. Some of us.
All right. So you can go to this one now.
The boule ones, they don't gotta work hard.
All right, let's get to it right now. All right, this is the next one. Why doesn't the NFL live up to its promises? Only 2 of the NFL's 32 teams feature a minority owner, and the group has yet again to show there's a demarcation in the league. Black bodies are useful for entertainment, but have no use in meaningful leadership positions within the league.
So black NFL players make 60-70% of the league?
Yeah, something like that.
And they aren't in any coaching positions.
I think it's one black coach in the NFL. The reason why we're bringing this up, a lawsuit has been filed by this man here, Brian, how you say his last name? Flores. Let me go ahead and go to the article.
What's that?
This is him here. The first thing that came to mind when I read the lawsuit filed Tuesday by the Dolphins head coach Brian Flores, he's suing the National Football League as well as the Dolphins, Giants, and Broncos for discrimination in their hiring practices that basically boils down to yet another unfortunate episode of hypocrisy. Only 2 of the NFL's 32 teams feature a minority owner, and this group has yet to again to show that, I already read that. Here's the lawsuit here. You see here, it says National Football League is a defendant. Jury trial demanded. You see, this is one of the messages that he received from Bill Belichick. It says, sorry, I effed this up. I double checked and misread the text. I think they're naming Brian DeBall. I'm sorry about that, BB. Bill Belichick informing plaintiff Brian Flores 3 days before his interview with the New York Giants that Brian DeBall had already been selected for the job. This is another one. This is a quote he left in his lawsuit. Morals cannot be legislated, but behavior can be regulated. The law cannot make an employer love me, but it can keep him from refusing to hire me because of the color of my skin. Dr. Martin Luther King. In his preliminary statement, as the class action complaint is filed on the first day of Black History Month, he filed it.
I don't give a...
He filed on the first day of Black History Month.
I don't give a damn about Brian Flores. He's not even Black American. He's Honduras.
Damn, Travis. Bruh, I'm going to get to it. You don't got to... I'm going to get to it, bruh. You ready to jump on it? Just wait. As his class action complaint is filed on the first day of Black History Month, we honor the brave leaders that fought so hard to help break down racial barriers of injustice. Martin Luther King Jr., Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, Frederick Douglass, Jackie Robinson, Mamie Till, to only name a few. Unfortunately, however, there is so much more to be done. While racial barriers have been eroded in many areas, the defendant in National Football League, NFL, or the league, lives in a time of the past, as described throughout the class action complaint. Okay, my point I was about to make before you jumped on it, man, is he named all these black people in Black History Month.
Honduras.
And he's Honduran.
I knew he was Honduran.
And his wife is Honduran, or I guess you call her.
She's a white Spaniard. That's what she is.
Yeah.
That's what she is.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's talking about that. See, this is what I don't give a fuck. Say what y'all want to say about me. I'm consistent in my beliefs and what I say. I cannot respect a person. First of all, you're not Black American.
Hold on, what do you got to do with anything?
He's Honduran.
What does that have to do with anything?
So he's actually, by him being what he was taking an opportunity from another Black American.
How you say
but
that?
I completely understand his stance on getting more Black males as coaches in the NFL. Secondly, you're married to a fucking white Spaniard woman. I can't respect anything he's saying. I'm sorry, I can't do it. A lot of these NFL players have white wives. It's the truth.
What the hell?
I know it don't have nothing to do with them not being able to get opportunities as far as being coaches and stuff. But y'all need to stand up for yourself. They sending these women at y'all to kind of offset and like take your mind off of things. Y'all need to wake up. How y'all 60-70% of the league and y'all not in any coaching positions in the league? That's what I'm trying to hit around to. They need to wake up. This is my opinion on it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Before you jumped in, Brian Flores, are you saying that he shouldn't be allowed in the NFL as a coach?
I'm not saying he should not be allowed in the NFL as a coach. What I'm saying is he's not Black American, and he's taking away a coaching position from a Black American. I understand his stance on wanting more Black males to be coaches, or as he put it, minorities.
That's not the point I'm asking. Are you saying he's taking a job from Black American?
Yeah, he is.
How?
Because a Black American male could be in that position that he's in.
But he's Black too.
So we're not even gonna go into this, because I'm not talking about color. See, Duke is focused on color when he say Black. He's Honduran. When you go and look up Brian Flores, they say he comes from Honduran parents. When you look up Black American, they'll use the term Black American, or they'll use African American. When you look up these other foreign groups, they don't say Black Nigerian. They don't say Black Honduran. They don't say Black Jamaican. They call them by what their country is. So when I say they're not Black, he's talking about skin color. I'm not talking about skin color. That's what Black Americans are known. We're known as Black or African American or Negro. Sorry, we have so many different groups with it. Well, what are you asking? You saying do I see him as Black?
No, I'm saying.
What are you saying, dude? We keep we keep going around the bush with this every week because I don't call him Black and you get offended by that shit. So what are you saying?
How am I offended?
You get offended, clearly.
How am I offended?
When you look his shit up, they say he has Honduran parents. They don't say Black parents. You keep fucking going on skin tone. I'm talking about what we identify by.
You saying he's taking a Black American job?
No, we done got over that part. I told you he was taking a Black. No. You just said so he's not Black. Ain't that what you asked me too? Did you not ask me if he wasn't Black?
No, my question was, are you saying he's taking a Black American job?
That's what I said. Yeah, I said that.
But how?
How?
Yeah.
Because a Black American man could be in a coaching position.
But how is he taking it?
He's taking it because he has. I'm just gonna leave it alone.
No, what? He has what?
He has nothing, dude. He has absolutely nothing.
You say he's taking it, like he's not being given it.
So you're saying he's being given it?
Yes.
Okay.
They hired him.
They're giving Black. Dude, gonna make me say Black foreigners, Black American opportunities as far as NFL coaching. With this topic we're talking about.
I don't know what you mean, so we'll just move on.
No, you upset.
I'm not upset.
You upset because I don't identify them as Black. I identify them from the country that they come from.
Why are you?
When you call them Black, they say I'm not Black.
Why are you saying I'm upset? I'm not upset.
But okay, when you ask,
no, can you please acknowledge that I'm not upset?
He's saying he's not upset. I have to acknowledge that he's not upset. When these people, I shouldn't say these people.
Yeah, that's what you own. But go
when
ahead.
black foreigners come from these countries, do they identify themselves as black?
Why are you still on? I'm talking about you saying the man
No, because
took
we
someone's
need
job.
to end this. We need to end this for
no
once
one is
and all.
talking about this.
What do they identify themselves as?
What do you mean?
Would he identify himself as black or Honduran?
Was he born in America? If he was born in America, probably black. If not,
If he came from a Honduran, what would he identify himself as?
Honduran.
And if you called him black, what would he say?
Some of them would say I'm Honduran.
Some of them?
No, some of them would say, yeah, I'm black, but I'm this. They will make sure to point out they're different from a different country.
Why do you
I'm not
why do
asking
you
that
harp
question.
on me when I don't identify them as black and I identify them from where they come from? I'm just respecting their wishes.
I didn't ask this question. You
No,
on a rant.
No, I'm not on a rant.
You are.
I'm trying to clear the air because every week you
I asked you. You said a man is
last
taking
week,
somebody's job.
like I said, last week I was under the weather. I'm not under the weather this week. I'm 100%.
You know what it is? That's what's going on. You arguing from last week. I knew I wasn't crazy. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
I'm no longer under the weather.
All right.
A nigga is 100%.
Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. This just seemed discombobulated.
It's not discombobulated.
No, this Negro is arguing from last week. I'm talking about this. He talking about something from last week. I'm wondering what the hell he talking about.
No, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah, something from last week.
Yo, he playing dumb.
Yeah, from last week. I'm talking about.
Well, I'm gonna
right
help you
here.
catch up. I'm gonna help you catch up right now.
You saying? I'm asking you. You saying he's taking somebody Black American's job?
And you're saying no, they're giving it to him.
Yes.
So we're in agreement. I'll say they're giving it to him.
So you saying he don't deserve it?
I can't say he don't deserve it.
That's when you imply that he's taking someone's job.
Dude, just because they deserve something doesn't necessarily mean that they should get it because I'm saying it.
Are you serious?
I'm saying it because we've been here longer. We fought for this.
So wait.
They're coming in and they're getting something that we have fought
Travis,
for and established. Is that fair?
Do you know who he is?
I can't say 100%. I know everything about him.
Travis, you just know where he's from.
Yeah.
That's it.
I can't
so
say.
So you need to slow it down then.
I slow it down.
So you need to take that back what you just said.
I ain't taking shit back.
So you saying if somebody is more qualified, they shouldn't get it?
It's not what. Well, wait a minute. I'm gonna leave it alone.
No, you're gonna leave it alone.
So if if Asians are more qualified to go to this university and they said, no, we have to have a certain amount of black people here, we're gonna give it to black people.
I don't believe in affirmative action. You know that.
I didn't know that you didn't believe in affirmative action.
I don't. I think if they don't want you in their school, don't go to their school. Go to HBCU. That's what I believe. If Yale and Harvard,
I'm not in a disagreement that they should go to HBCUs. I totally agree. That's the school they should go to.
If Yale, Harvard, Stanford, all the schools, Princeton don't want you, don't go there.
And we
if
agree
they think
on
your
that.
scores ain't high enough, either make them higher or go somewhere else.
Okay,
it's simple.
And we agree with that. So, move on, nigga. Next topic.
So you take that back? That
no, I don't take it back.
More qualified people should get it, right?
I don't take. I know I don't take it back.
So you think they should have affirmative action?
I'm not. No, I'm not. What do you? I think affirmative action is needed in some cases because.
So NFL coaching jobs should have affirmative action.
Oh, for Black Americans?
Yeah, you saying that? So you saying niggas ain't good enough leaders? Or X's and O's guys.
Here we go.
You should be forced to give them a job.
Twisting words.
You say, look, anyway, let's move on.
I guess Black Americans are not good enough to be NFL coaches.
You saying that. You saying that he took somebody's job. I don't think he took nobody's job.
No, I'm saying that he shouldn't get it from the get-go because he ain't Black American. That's what I'm saying.
Well, anyway.
Yeah, anywho.
Since you brought up interracial dating.
I didn't bring up
See?
Well, you didn't really say nothing about his wife, so
if y'all don't know by now, I'm actually the one who did the put it up there.
Put what up there?
The picture of his wife and his kids.
You didn't show it though.
It's showing right now. They can see it.
No, it's showing the article. 100%.
All right. There's a reason we're seeing so many interracial couples on television.
Yeah.
Now, I know this woman here, or at least I've seen her on social media.
Ain't never seen her before.
No, I've seen her post.
Oh, the woman on the article?
No, the woman who wrote it.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about the white woman with the...
What the hell do I know her?
I don't know.
America is informed.
You like to be on Twitter.
Yeah, I like to get information, yeah.
You don't have to only get information from Twitter. There's things trending all the time. There's books,
I don't get my information from Google.
Resource.
I don't get my stuff from Google Trends or Bing.
I don't get my stuff from Twitter.
I don't get my stuff from Bing and Twitter, Google Trends.
Okay, then get it where you get it how you live, player.
A lot of African American black people have been noticing the uptick in interracial couples in television ads. It's not that interracial couples are problematic. To each his own. To each is his, her, their own. The problem is that there appears to be intentional push for black people to be in relationships with anyone except black people. The number of advertisements doesn't align with the percentage of people in interracial marriages in the U.S. or people we see in the daily lives of biracial relationships, so it's quite noticeable.
So she's saying that the amount of interracial commercials that we're seeing is not allowing what she sees in the real world. Yeah. In the real world, she sees plenty of black couples, but on TV, they are showing that there's just so many interracial couples out here.
Yeah. Funny how interracial relationships went from being taboo to suddenly now being all the rage. I began to realize the interracial relationship isn't for our benefit, it's rather a lifeline for white folks. So in her her piece, she brought up the fact that the reason why white people want interracial dating is so they can expand their numbers. There's a reason why that border is looking the way it's looking right now, and there's a lot of kids coming up missing at that border, and they're getting adopted by these white families, or should I say white older women, and they're raising these kids
as white,
and
then they'll go off and marry
a white girl,
person,
have a kid,
well, a white girl or a white male.
Yeah, this one for marry, yeah. So at this point, they're trying to expand their numbers. But here's the thing: when it comes to being a dominant society and trying to have a permanent underclass, it really doesn't work. Black people have been in this country probably 100 years too long. Black people should have been gone. If they truly wanted power, they should have gotten rid of black people in this country, exterminated them, bred them out, whatever.
It's
at least by the mid 1800s, it was supposed to be done.
Kind of hard to exterminate a group when they were here before you got here.
What do you mean?
We were here before 1692.
I'm not making that point. I'm saying if you're taking over an area and you're colonizing and you're going around taking over stuff, you have to get rid of the group that's there. If you keep them there, at some point their numbers will grow and you won't be able to completely get rid of them. They waited too long to do this interracial push. They started pushing it in what would you say, the 50s?
Yeah, the UK been doing it.
Yeah, the UK, they gone. They started pushing it in the 50s a little bit, but it was too late because they had already made all these things to make it so taboo and so wrong.
Oh, you mean like the what's
laws.
That film they did?
Breath of a Nation?
Breath of a Nation.
Yeah, and they released that in 1900.
Black men are just savages who want white women.
They even promoted the idea that if you smoke weed...
and black women are just these promiscuous beings.
They promote this idea that if Caucasian women smoke weed, she'll end up with a black man. They banned drugs because of this mess. So then when they passed Loving Virginia thing and allowed them to get married, interracial couples, they started promoting slowly in the media. And now they're full-blown thrown in your face. It's like, I remember watching this boxing commentator, KC Boxing. He was talking boxing.
Yep, and he said...
And he looked over at the TV and the commercial came on.
Over this bullshit.
He's like, oh, see, this is bullshit I'm talking about right here. I was laughing. He was talking boxing and he saw the commercial and just said, see, now this shit I'm talking about.
Because black people recognize real. We like, wait a minute. Every other commercial y'all got... And you know, it's so weird because you'll see a commercial and they'll have a white kid, a biracial kid, and a black and white person.
Yeah.
And you go, what? I even seen, and listen, I'm not basing this off of skin color, but let's just be honest. We saw a couple. They finally put a black couple, but they gave them biracial kids.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was so weird to me.
Why do you get two black people biracial kids?
It's just like they're trying to make everything a big mixing melting pot, which is what America is anyway. It's a
ideology-wise, yes. Interracial marketing has two agendas. Interracial marketing has two main goals. The first agenda is to get the attention of black people. Studies of consumer habits have shown black people consume more than everything, including media, so business would do anything to make their products cool, hip, or trendy using black people. Obviously, that's true. The second is to normalize interracial relationships and interracial connections with white people specifically for replacement and assimilation projects currently underway. Well, that's what you got with the what they call gentrification. Another form of gentrification is you can be gentrified in your mind.
You can.
I can change your surroundings a little bit and make you think a little bit differently. So, for instance, and this is not everybody. Let's say you live in a neighborhood that doesn't have certain things, and they introduce a Starbucks and then a Whole Foods. So as a black person, you say, I want to eat healthy. I'm going to start going to the Starbucks. I'm going to start going to the Whole Foods. But when you go into the Whole Foods, it's mainly white people, right? So you start going into the Whole Foods, eating like this. So you're thinking, oh, people going to think, you walk out of the store, people going to say, oh, you acting like you're a white person, eat da-da-da. Next thing you know, your mind starts changing on certain things. You think doing this makes me think more white rather than this is just something black people do too.
Yeah.
Your mind is changing to think that the new things that you do doesn't coincide with your culture. So now you think I need to meet new people.
Or you think that you're evolving.
Yes.
And being around your people is devolving you. And being around these new people has evolved
like
you.
Yeah, they think
That's
like
why
me. That's what college does.
They go off and be with other races of women and men. They think that they have gotten a trophy being because they're no longer around their people. They've evolved, so they've gotten something better.
I don't know about that last part.
Yeah.
But
That's true.
I believe a lot of people who think when they're changing their mind on certain things, they think they're evolving, and they believe I need to be around people that think like me, which is true, but they assume sometimes that the only people that think like them are people that don't look like them.
Exactly.
So then they start going outside their neighborhood or state or their race, and obviously, and next thing you know, they mingling with different people, and everybody love everybody. Love is love.
I can't do it.
So that's how you can be gentrified in your mind.
I've been in the state of Washington for 14 years, and I've never been with a Caucasian woman. I've had a Caucasian woman hit on me.
What about Asian?
I've had a Filipino, a couple Filipino women. I worked at a retirement.
You don't need to tell where you work.
I worked at a place when I was younger, way younger. This was when I first came to Seattle. I have a story behind this too. I'm gonna tell you a story behind this. So when I first came here, our father lived here. So I came I was planning on going to college and whatnot. And I ended up working at this part-time place. Two places I was working part-time. And the second place I worked was primarily Asians. They were Filipino and Cambodian.
Mm-hmm.
And it was one white male, and it was one white female, and it was one black woman, a black female. And now you think this sister, me and her would have hit it off, or we would have got together, or we would have.
Wait, is that hurricane or tornado?
No, this is the Ken and Kale where there's two black people in the workplace.
Okay, yeah, okay.
She looked at me like I was competition, like I was gonna take away people.
Yeah, she the cool person.
I was the new cool kid because I told you they were like, this is in the 2000s during the time Obama was becoming president.
Yeah. And
every person that was a lighter complexion looked like Obama. So they swear that I look like Obama.
He doesn't like Obama.
And I don't look like Obama. I've had references of T.I. and all sorts of shit, and I don't look like fucking T.I. But anywho, you think me it was a black foreign girl. She was from one of the Muslim countries, so we know that wasn't gonna work.
Uh-huh.
But it was a black American girl, and she was friends with the white girl there. They had been friends since they were, I guess, in elementary school.
Yeah.
But she looked at me as the enemy. Like, I was the new black kid on the block, and she wanted nothing to do with me because I was taking her place. But I had these Cambodian and Asian girls hitting on me because it was a one particular Asian girl, and she had a boyfriend. And they had broken up. His name, he was an Asian dude.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, she was flirting.
Yeah.
And he was like.
He want to fight you?
No, he was just like,
he knew
niggas got to go. But I'll just say all that to say, you can be in an environment where you're not surrounded by your people. If you truly have that mindset of you want to be with your people, there's nothing that would deter you from that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People get gentrified in the mind. But here's a quote that President Biden said. Remember during the election, going up, he brought up the interracial or biracial couples out of nowhere.
Which
it seemed.
Yeah.
And remember,
sure he did.
It said, "I'm going to say something that's going to get me in trouble. Think about it. If you want to know where the American public is, Look at the money being spent on advertising. Did you ever 5 years ago think every second or third ad would be 5 or 6 would be biracial couples? He's saying it. So
Biden is so dumb.
Another thing Biden said in that call with those Black Caucus members, remember when he said, you guys better be worried about the Spanish, the Hispanics, the Mexicans. He told them this.
The fact that they're taking over the Chicago, they're taking over districts?
He's saying that voting block is getting bigger and they're
taking over districts.
They're asking for things and you guys, we need to work together.
Yeah, that's why niggas is moving down south, because them Hispanics is they taking over voting blocks, and so are the Asians.
I told y'all
it's more Asians here in Seattle than it is Black people. It's more multiracial people here
than Black people
in the state of Washington than it is Black people. And I'm not talking when I say multiracial people, I'm not talking about Black and white. I think they're talking about Asian and white.
Yeah, mostly.
It's a lot of Asian and white mixed people here.
By far.
And it's not really hard to tell. You can tell when they have white in them.
Yeah,
most of the time.
So that was our. That's just the start of Black History Month. That stuff happening.
This the first week, so I can imagine what the next 2-3 weeks gonna be like. But it's only 28 days this year. So.
Last year was pretty bad. I don't know if it could top last.
Was it 29 days last year or 28?
It was. I don't know. But yeah,
we only got 28 days of hell. So.
All right, let's move on to the next segment. Go to this next story. Viola Davis shares image from Gina Prince, The Woman King. The film, written and directed by Dana Stevens, is a historical epic inspired by the true events that took place in the Kingdom of Dahomey, one of the most powerful states of Africa in the 18th and 19th centuries. Now, share your theory on Viola Davis playing this character. I found it very interesting.
I just found it kind of weird that Viola Davis is playing someone who is from the Dahomey Kingdom, which is now Benin and Togo. But they let
Benin. I'm sorry,
Benin. But they let Cynthia, or I think her last name is Ero, play Harriet Tubman. But that's the role that Black people always wanted Viola Davis in, was the Harriet Tubman role.
Yeah.
And India.Arie played Harriet Tubman, but I'm like, why is she playing?
I think she's playing Harriet Tubman as well, Viola Davis.
Yeah, but she's not gonna be playing her in in a big cinema movie.
Does it need to be big if she's playing?
I mean, yeah, we want her in the big cinema movie. We don't want her in a little fucking theatrical movie on fucking ABC little channel.
That's what's coming on?
I don't know. Just tell the network. That is a network. But anyway.
You're just spewing. You can't say that, man.
Why is it that it's like they're switching off. They're having Black people play roles that they shouldn't be in, and they have other people playing roles they should be in. It's like they're mixing, they're causing confusion. We wanted Viola Davis as Harriet Tubman. I feel like that's the role she was supposed to play.
She is going to be Harriet Tubman.
But we wanted her in a major motion.
You don't know if it's not or not. You don't know if it's major or not.
It's not.
Have you looked it up?
And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Cynthia comes from the Dahomey Kingdom.
Here you go.
We got some shit on the Dahomey Kingdom.
Here we go. So she's playing the Woman King. As you can see here.
And you know what they're going to say? There goes another Black American playing an African role. It's like they do this shit just to stir up controversy between the diaspora.
Viola Davis kicks arse in pretty much everything she does, but we're really looking forward to seeing her in the actual warrior in The Woman King from the old guard director Gina Prince. In a fitting way, kick off Black History Month in the U.S., having shared the first images of the drama.
Now,
I'm deeply honored and excited to bring this incredible story of these badass female warriors to life. Get ready for The Woman King exclusively in the movie theaters this fall. Now, I found it funny.
Why can't it be the woman queen? Why she got to be a king?
Well, when you signify king, you signify power.
They're the ultimate, the highest level of power they can be. So, but still, we're in an era where
up, down, left, right. But Viola Davis playing this character. Now, let me go ahead and just go down. The film, written and directed by Dennis Stevens, is historical, inspired by the true events that took place in the Kingdom of Dahomey, one of the most powerful states in Africa in the 18th and 19th century. The following shows, I don't know how to say that name, Davis, general of an all-female military unit, and Nawi, the ambitious recruit, who together fought enemies who violated their honor, enslaved their people, and threatened to destroy everything they lived for.
Enslave their people.
Now, these warriors that they're playing, these female warriors, and the fact that she announced this in Black History Month. So some black people was like, the Dahomey Kingdom was a slave trading. They slave traded. They were a big part, giant part, the biggest part of the slave trading move, the transatlantic slave trade.
Yeah.
So you announcing this movie in Black History Month is kind of a slap.
Disrespectful?
Kind of. It's like, we get it's a movie, but historically, this is actually a negative
on Black Americans.
But you're not going to put that in the movie more than likely.
No, they're not. They're going to paint it as they were the ones that were fighting and trying to keep you from being enslaved. No, they were the fucking ones that were rounding your ass up and getting your ass the fuck out.
What they're saying is, you see here, it says, the ambitious recruit who together fought enemies who violated their honor, enslaved their people, and threatened to destroy everything they lived for. So they're going to say these other tribes were trying to enslave us.
Yehuda.
Now see, just jump, just jump. This is jump. But anyway, they're saying that these people tried to enslave us, so we end up having to enslave them and sell them off. Is that how they're going to try to spin it?
I guess so.
But some people made some comments about this, but I'm going to show y'all this here. Now, I probably should show the video first, but I'm going to show this first. The D'Souza family. Matter of fact, no. That's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to show y'all the very first video that we made on YouTube.
No, you made on YouTube.
Oh, you want to give me all the credit for this one?
Yeah, I always give you the credit for whatever you do. You get the credit for it.
So this is the first video that I recorded and edited on YouTube. It is terrible. The sound is atrocious. I was kind of all over the place with the sound.
He was doing a test.
It was my first video. So it's funny. I talked about this subject, the first video,
and it came back around full circle.
So I'm gonna play this video. You're not gonna be able to hear some of it. So I'm gonna have to re-say what I said in the video because the sound. I don't know what I was doing.
It was something in your spirit that knew one day you would be able to put this out.
So this is the first video I uploaded. I never made it public though, so you can't. I might make it public now. Fuck it. I might just make it public. We don't really need the whole thing. We really just need the end. Should I just show the end?
Just play the whole fucking video. If they don't want to listen,
it's 8 minutes.
They can skip through the shit. They do it anyway.
I think it's a bit too long to play the whole thing.
Dude, trust me. If they don't want to hear it, they not gonna hear it. They gonna skip through that shit.
All right, whatever.
You gonna literally put a timestamp in the video and go, "This is a video," and they gonna go, or they gonna listen to it. Either way.
All right, I'm going to play the video then. I'm gonna have to re-say some of the stuff because it's too low. You can't hear it, but yeah.
Even though there were already black or African cultures throughout the Western Hemisphere, the triangle slave trade really expanded that further than it's ever been. Even though most demographics, when they return back to their homeland, they assimilate with the local culture, I was puzzled when I found out that there's such a large Afro-Brazilian community in West Africa.
We're Catholics, so that's part of it. Brazilians are Catholics, so it's celebrating apart from the culture.
So what I found out in this video when I did the research for it is that there's a Brazilian colony in West Africa. Mm-hmm. From the slave trade, and
they're still there to this day.
They're still there,
and are they in Nigeria?
They're in Nigeria.
They're in Nigeria,
but they're not just in Nigeria. They're in the West African area, but a bulk of them are in Nigeria,
and they separate themselves. Culturally.
Yep. They say we are Brazilian and African. So the people who were sold off during this transatlantic slave trade some of their descendants came back, and they didn't intermix really. They got a name they called them. I forgot the name they have for them, but they didn't intermix. They stayed kind of separate. This is crazy when I found out. But what I really found out on this is that we get told lies about who is who.
Her last name is Joseph.
Exactly. A lot of the West Africans, they know who they are. But yeah.
Culture, there's a religious aspect. When I was in church, I saw my second cousins, I saw my aunts, and the church is dominated by Afro-Brazilians. My grandparents were part of the people that came back home, and they came back home with their cultures. They all decided to settle in Nigeria, in Lagos Island, in an area called Brazilian Quarters. So that's the Nigerian and the Brazilian connection.
And enjoying Sejon. And we, grandchildren and offspring, have followed up the practice of our ancestors. And it is a pleasure, it is a delight. It is once a year that we have this special thing.
These Brazilian descendants of African slaves also create another connection with one particular man who had a huge impact in the slave trade throughout West Africa.
Really come to Ouida on the trail of its most infamous slave.
Ouida, or however you say it, how you ever say it? That's the other word they said. They said Ouida, Yehuda, Uluda. I don't know how to say it.
Ouida.
That's basically, when you translate, it means Kingdom of Judah. But the people in West Africa say that the Kingdom of Judah never existed. Even though, when you look at the historical maps, it literally says Kingdom of Judah. But yeah.
Trader, Don Francisco de Souza. De Souza was a Brazilian appointed by the King of Dahomey to run his slave business in the early 19th century. He was given the title Viceroy of Ouida. As the only non-African on the African side of the trade, Don Francisco has fascinated both novelists and historians.
This is Francisco de Souza, and this is...
You see what you want to say?
I think that guy right there, he's the one that hosts...
Henry Louis Gates.
He's the one that hosts the Roots, Finding Your Roots.
It's him.
He knows who we are. I believe he knows who we are.
Probably.
And they just don't say anything. He knows exactly who we are.
I'm sure when he go to those records and see those names and certain things, yeah, he knows.
And historians.
This is Francisco de Souza, and this is his father, Tomé de Souza, who was a Portuguese nobleman slave trader. Now, Francisco started his travels to West Africa around 1788. He didn't stay until the early 1800s. But the point is, he had a relationship with the King Addison at the time, who is the reason why he built so much wealth. But then he had a falling out, and he started working with his half-brother, Gizo. Pretty much helped him form a coup against his own brother. Now, after that, he gained even more prominence and power. But the crazy thing is, even to this day, the De Souza family hold prominence throughout places like Benin, Togo.
Now, they hold his family descendants hold power in places like Benin, Nigeria, most of West Africa. So even though he was a slave trader, his family, they know who they descend from, and they actually became political powerhouse.
Yeah.
So a slave trading descendants became a political powerhouse in West Africa.
A daughter who was married or is married, daughter who is...
Sorry about that. Hold on.
Togo, stuff like that. So he has a daughter who was married or is married, I'm sorry, to the former president of Benin. You know, he has descendants who formed an entire association dedicated to the descendants of De Souza. To this day, Francisco and his legacy, they still hold him in high regard, you know.
Martin is a direct descendant of Don Francisco. The family owns a whole section of Ouida, and only his descendants live here. Don Francisco...
So his family own a whole section of the Kingdom of Judah.
His bedroom has been kept as a shrine. You mean he lived here?
Yeah, he lived here. He was even buried in his bedroom.
In his bedroom?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd like that. I mean, this is it?
Yeah, this is the grave.
When he died, they buried him here?
Yes, they buried him here.
So he was the king of slavery?
Yeah, he was. I cannot say the king of the slavery, but the king of, Ouida.
The king of Ouida.
Yeah. But he was very important in the slave trade. I am not proud of him because, the slave trade was terrible.
I hate to say it, but whenever you hear people...
Oh, you hate to say it?
Yeah, when you hear people over there speak about the slave trade, they sound very generic in their expression. She's like, I'm ashamed of it because the slave trade was very bad. And it's like, yeah, no shit. That's kind of obvious.
They are frauds. They know about the slave trade, and when they fucking asses come over here, they pretend like they have no idea about the slave trade. And
now that I agree with. When I looked this video up, this was had to be what a year and a half. I'm gonna say over a year ago now. When I looked this video up, I realized we've been lied to,
been bamboozled, hoodwinked,
led astray. There are people who are coming here who are saying we didn't learn about it, and it's like you're lying.
And that's sent out from Africa a lot of descendants, So it's evil business. I didn't like it at all. Which I was descendants from slaves.
She said, I'm not proud of it at all. It was so evil. I wish I was descendant of slaves. That's a generic bullshit answer.
Enjoy your kingdom while you got it.
What? What do you mean?
What you mean what I mean?
Enjoy her kingdom?
She descends from a man who owned slaves. It's down the road. It's no up for her. Enjoy it while you see your lady.
That will make me feel better. Yeah. And I always feel guilty when I meet, African Americans.
Now, keep in mind when she says slave, descendant of slaves, she particularly said African Americans. Now, I know, and you know, that slaves went to South America throughout the islands like Jamaica and Haiti and Dominican Republic and Cuba. But she focused on
African American, the center. Black History Month. Why are Black Americans talking about Black Americans? Why are the UK people talking about Black Americans?
Well, she's talking to African American. That's why she said that.
Even if she weren't talking to African Americans, she would have said African American.
We don't know that.
They always put it in the center of their storylines.
We don't know that.
But we the selfish ones.
And, because my position is delicate, I am part of the history, and at the same time, I will be telling the story, the history. It makes me all the time feel bad.
Even though she says that she's ashamed of being a descendant of a...
I was real passive aggressive with the way I said that just
Even
now.
though she said she's ashamed.
I wouldn't say that the same way now.
A mulatto, Portuguese, Brazilian slave trader. A lot of the D'Souza descendants have no shame at all. They're very proud, actually. But with that being said, I do want to get into the African American side of all this, which is what I am, African American.
That was obvious.
Now, out of Benin, or the Kingdom of Dahomey, there was one ship was considered the last slave ship that left Africa and ended up in Alabama.
Yes. What place do you know in Alabama? Mobile, Alabama.
And that's exactly what's out in Africa Town. It's right outside Mobile, Alabama.
Mobile, Alabama is pure Negro land. It ain't nothing but Negroes in Mobile, Alabama. I don't need to look at percentage. I've seen video after video. Every time you see Mobile, Alabama is niggas.
It is Clotilda. The official announcement of the discovery of the last known slave ship to enter America.
Much that we think is lost is not really lost. And it's there, and it's in your own backyard.
News of the discovery came to Africa Town just a few weeks ago. After years of searching, archaeologists say the Clotilda was found in an undredged part of the Mobile River on the east side of 12 Mile Island, among 14 separate shipwrecks. They say after the process of elimination and a whole lot of research, they could determine it.
This ship had about 110 people on it, one of which was Mr. Cujo Lewis, who was the founder of Africatown.
I don't know if y'all heard that. Can you hear that clear?
Yes, I can hear it.
So y'all might have heard that, but yeah, this guy's name is Cujo Lewis. He's the one he was a man on the ship. He's the one who founded Africatown.
He was part of the Yoruba people in Benin, but around 1860 he was captured by the Dahomey Amazons, the legendary all-female military group.
Whoa, that one in the back, that ain't no...
That's a dude.
Yeah, it's a couple dudes in the back.
Yeah. The dudes are actually, all those are dudes in the back.
And then one in the front too. Two in the front.
Yeah. But the women were the ones who were the,
They're the slave catchers.
The dudes didn't have staffs and stuff. But, so this is who the movie's going to be about. So Cujo Lewis, the man who founded Africatown, was captured by these women and sold.
And Viola Davis is playing
a character.
So that Viola Davis, did they know something we don't know? Where do you descend from?
He and others ended up in Alabama because a local businessman who purchased them, named Timothy Meyer, made a bet that he would be able to transfer slaves to America even though it was illegal at the time. Another survivor of this ship was Mr. Charles Lewis.
Would you please turn the page? You, Amir, are looking at your third great-grandfather. That is your original African ancestor, brother. That is Charlie Lewis.
What is the coincidence?
That she is the last surviving member of the woman here was also on the ship, named Sally Smith.
Now the name they gave her was Sally Smith, but her name was actually Rhodesia something. Her name is Rhodesia something. By the way, this part y'all might have to wear headphones to hear my voice in that video. But yeah, so she was also the third person on the ship. So in the story, the information that I gathered, I was able to find 3 people who were on that ship out of 110. Now I don't know. They said the name of the ship was Clotilda and that they found it. Do you think that actually was the ship?
No.
You think they lied?
It's like they found the ship Noah was on.
It said that she is the last surviving member of the slave trade. You know, when all this...
So that's pretty much that on that little part. So I did that video, and it's useful now to help explain this. I ain't have to go back and get all the information again. I already got it once.
But yeah, Viola Davis is playing a group of women that
enslave people.
And
maybe I'm simplifying it. I don't know.
No, you ain't doing. You doing what you're doing. What you're supposed to do.
Here's a quote. It says the slave trade. This is that Gizo dude, the king of Benin, or the king of Dahomey.
The Dahomey.
The guy who the Sousa guy worked with, the king he worked with to overthrow his brother. A quote from him is to say, "The slave trade is the ruling principle of my people. It is a source of the glory of their wealth. The mother lulls the child to sleep with notes of triumph over the enemy reduced to slavery." During the height of the transatlantic slave trade, Gizo was the African ruler of Dahomey, now Benin, on the west coast of Africa. He bitterly fought British efforts to block and otherwise dismantle
in the words of
the slave
Savage
trade.
Robot, and he's proud of it.
You know who that is? I got a feeling.
Who?
That's Ephraim.
We know that's Ephraim.
So I'm gonna stop right there.
No, we can go further.
I'm gonna pause it.
No, we can go further if you want to.
No, that's it.
They saying other people is Ephraim.
I wasn't even trying to go that route. See, I'm trying to focus on the truth.
But smoke.
He basically was touting that they captured their enemies and sell them into slavery, and that this is a triumph.
Who was sold into slavery in the Bible? I think Joseph was sold into slavery, and Judah convinced the brothers to sell Joseph into slavery. But it was a couple brothers, one brother that would take his ass out. But Judah said, "No, let's sell him." But anyway, what's the next topic?
See, I wanted to stop right there, but you just had to get a backstory.
Ephraim Nigeria just seems to have.
They're not Nigerian.
I know,
He's
but
Benin.
Nigeria, Benin.
What's the name of Benin? Is it Beninian?
I don't know.
Benin?
They don't really talk about Benin.
Gold Coast. But let's go on to the next
Benin might be Manasseh.
Here you go.
Oh Lord. Y'all know I went to go ahead and introduce the topic, then I'll tell them the story.
Award-winning host Angela Rye
I ain't going outside today.
will join ESPN as a special correspondent.
So
ESPN press room. ESPN today announced it has signed award-winning commentator Angela Rye to contribute topical features, commentaries, and essays across various shows and platforms.
So, y'all remember last week I kept saying, where is Angela Rye?
And I was like, why do you keep bringing this one up every day?
And so I went to the Seattle Police Department and tried to find a missing report on this woman. But they were like, sir, Angela Rye is going to be on ESPN as a court.
There you go.
I was like, Angela Rye has been found.
And she got a job.
She got a job. She got a job. Because y'all know that Angela Rye is from Seattle, Washington.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I really did go file a missing police report on...
Don't pay people think. Some of Rye's features will include topics such as Jackie Robinson's impact 75 years after he broke the color barrier. By the way, Jackie Robinson was not the first black man to play baseball in MLB.
He wasn't.
There were black men that played baseball in MLB in the late 1800s. They were kicked out of baseball, and then they were brought back in. But a celebration of the 50th anniversary of the Title X, the role athletes play in social justice movements and difference makers at HBCUs. Angela is one of the most talented and distinctive commentators of race and culture working today, said David Roberts, ESPN Senior Vice President, NBA and Studio Production. Her strong connection and commitment to the black community will serve this series of... go ahead.
Her strong connection to people who she knows throughout the industry. Heard she's the top connection in the industry, but you ain't heard that from me.
Important stories on African-American athletes making history and positive difference throughout the year. We are thrilled to decide to join. We are thrilled she decided to join the ESPN family and look forward to collaborating. Okay, so Angela Rye is going to ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all go back to a video we got, it might got the most views we got on our channel, where we talked about Stephen A. Smith, Kwame Brown. You can go back to that video if you want. And we mentioned that out of nowhere, when Stephen A. was going back and forth with Kwame, out of nowhere, Angela Rye got brought up by Kwame through the other guy he's friends with on YouTube.
Carcino.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, she was on Stephen A. Smith's show.
We have to shout out Carcino because he said
she's the big dog.
She's the big dog. And if you want to get stuff done, it's two different sides. And the side she's on, you got to go through her. And so far,
she's the fixer, I guess.
She's the fixer. When she went on Stephen A. Smith's platform, we was like, what? Like Duke said, we were like, why Angela Rye on ESPN?
I don't know. It was just out of nowhere.
And now
she was doing this.
She has a job on ESPN. So
they just waited to announce it.
They were literally setting her up to go on this platform.
ESPN.
But unfortunately, they were, somebody got to go.
That was a good segue. That was good. That was good. But sorry. Speaking of that, he brought it up. There was a person who worked there who did the same thing that she's getting hired to do that they got rid of.
Yeah.
This was back in 2020, July 10th. Jemele Hill on why she doesn't feel ESPN gave her a fair shot with SportsCenter. Listen.
Carrie Champion gone too?
Yes.
Oh.
Carrie Champion ain't never talk about race though.
No, we know why she not talking about race. She like to go to East Europe on summer vacations and
do what she want to do.
Dabble in the snow.
She go for snow.
What a shame. She likes to go dabble in the snow. What a shame.
So Angela Rye pretty much replaced Jemele Hill on ESPN as their race talker. She's the new race hustler on now.
Ooh, every time I look at Angela, I just
so
get scared.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Get off screen.
Tamika Mallory ended up with Cadillac. The other chick ended up with the liquor company. Then another one went to Levi's. She's at ESPN now.
They all
finding jobs. They all cashing out. We're gonna get to Black Lives Matter. Good. We're gonna get to them. Because that's some grimy shit. Black Lives Matter?
Everybody involved. Baby mama, baby daddy, baby.
So these people, and I said this in a video a while ago, they are doing this for jobs.
Yeah.
They want a job.
Because you remember Angela April Ryan, and two black dudes. I forget Andrew Gilliam, and then there was another dude. Remember they came out with a promo. It was like what it is.
Trav, you bring that damn promo up.
I sure do because it was hilarious for them to think that they were going to get a show on CNN with the hook song being
that wasn't a hook song.
I mean, it wasn't a hook song, but they were doing like a teaser, but it was on Twitter or something. It was them being them.
They were just chilling, sitting around saying,
and they not giving you no show, and you talking about what it is, ho, what's up? They not giving you no show, y'all. They not giving you no show.
I don't know why. I'm sorry, why the hell you keep bringing that damn song and that clip up?
Because it was hilarious for them to think that they was going to get a show on CNN having a song with a drop back, what it is, ho, what's up? They not giving you no show.
Yeah, they would have.
No, they wouldn't have. Well, they didn't get one.
I don't know
clearly I'm
why
right.
you so focused on that song. It's really crazy. Like you've been doing it for a year now. I had to. This is an intervention. For a year, you keep every time you see this woman, you say what it is. You bring up that damn clip with that song. I
also bring up Angela with lettuce and tomatoes on the side, which I got from Professor Black Truth.
That ain't the point.
I also bring up Kwame saying, I'm not going outside today.
My point is, that didn't influence nothing. The reason why that didn't happen is because the 2016 election, Hillary lost.
Dude.
That's why they didn't get no show.
Even if Hillary wouldn't have lost, they won't get no damn show.
Yes, they were.
April Ryan, a damn White House correspondent, and sometimes she's a political correspondent on CNN or
exactly. She was at a TV show.
She's not getting a damn show. She's not getting a show.
Why?
She's not.
Why? Joy Reid got a show.
Joy Reid.
She said the same shit.
How you gonna say Joy Reid when we know her ass about to go off air?
We think it has not been confirmed.
You right.
And she got a show.
It has not been confirmed.
Did she not got a show?
Well, she's not Black American. She's a Black immigrant.
Did she got a show?
She's a Black immigrant.
Do she got a show?
You can't compare the two. It's apples and oranges. They'll give them stuff, but they won't give us stuff. Yes, she has a show, dude.
Okay, so it is possible.
It's not possible for us. It's possible for.
All right, let's just move on.
Joy Reid.
So we see Angela Rye pop up now. She's gonna be playing the PR person for ESPN. So what is this? So if she's now gonna be their race hustler on ESPN,
I would love to see.
How often would she be on First Take?
I think she'd be on First.
Oh, you think she'll be on Stephen A. Smith's side show?
Maybe his side show. I think she's definitely gonna make appearances on First Take though.
When something happen, yeah.
Yeah, she's going to. I would love. I think her and Tariq would make a good duo though. I don't know why I randomly said that because they call Tariq. Well, Tariq calls himself the world's greatest race hustler, and we know
race baiter. I'm sorry,
race baiter, and we know damn well Angela Rye is a race hustler. So, yeah.
Okay. Now Angela Rye back in the news. Might lose somebody in the news in this situation.
Damn, Whoopi neck fat as hell.
ABC News suspends The View host Whoopi Goldberg. ABC News suspended The View host Whoopi Goldberg for 2 weeks on Tuesday night, hours after she apologized for having falsely declared on the daytime program that the Holocaust was not about race.
Was it falsely? It's hard. It ain't hard. Whoopi Goldberg, we don't got you back on this, but we definitely don't agree with the tiny hats. But you pointed out something, and I don't know how I'm sure other people have noticed, but I had never noticed, but it was right there in our face.
Yeah.
Whoopi Goldberg has a Jewish last name.
I never looked at her last name, Goldberg. I never paid attention to her last name. I don't know why.
You have an article where somebody's going to point that out.
Yeah, like when we say her name and this thing popped up, I was like, what?
Her last name
Goldberg.
It's a Jewish last name. They love having gold or any type of money,
in their name.
That's how you know they are.
Just pause. So Whoopi Goldberg purposely changed her name from Johnson.
Her name is Carolyn Elaine Johnson.
Or somebody said here, Whoopi Goldberg, I'm Jewish and I talk to God. She's Black. She played a nun and her dad was a preacher. But Whoopi insists, I'm a real Goldberg. This was in 2016.
Know who she is.
This is November 24th, 2016. She may be well known as singing the nun in Sister Act, but actress Whoopi Goldberg has claimed she feels just as Jewish as she does black. Speaking this week at a charity event in London, the Oscar-winning actor said, I know I am Jewish. I practice nothing. I don't go to temple, but I do remember the holidays. Religion is a lot of work. It's exhausting. So I keep it simple. So she don't practice none of the actual traditions. She just say, I'm Jewish.
She don't practice the Sabbath and
I'm Jewish. And she changed her name
to Goldberg. Whoopi Goldberg. I mean, that's pretty bold to do that. But she has a history of, dabbling in snow.
What they gotta do anything?
Well, I think some of the men she's been with are Jewish. So that spirit that they put in her, she's taken on, and now she feels Jewish.
Okay, hold on. So many damn ads, boy. You how you know CNN them hungry. They put 30, 40 ads on their page. Good Lord. We go here. In a statement, ABC News President Kim Goodwin bluntly describes Goldberg's comments about the Holocaust, which were made of The View Monday, as wrongful and hurtful. While Whoopi has apologized, I've asked her to take time to reflect and learn about the impact of her comments. Goodwin said, the entire ABC News organization stands in solidarity with our Jewish colleagues, friends, family, and communities. Goodwin told staff in their internal email, which was obtained by CNN, that decisions over disciplinary matters are never easy. And Goodwin said that she appreciated Goldberg's apology. But words matter, and we must be cognizant of the impact of our words have. Goodwin told staffer in a memo explaining the network's decision to suspend the actor and comedian. Goldberg's first drew back on Monday. We'll just watch the video of her comments where she basically said, according
Whoopi
to
Goldberg
her,
opened The View today on a very...
She basically said this is white on white crime. She said it wasn't race. These were white people doing something to white people. That's what she basically said.
He wasn't lying.
All right, hold on, let me. She basically said, look, man, this is white people stuff. This is white people.
Whoopi not lying, though.
All right, let's go.
Never my intention.
Whoopi Goldberg apologizing on The View today for saying the Holocaust was not about race.
I regret my comments, as I said, and I stand corrected. I also stand with the Jewish people, as they know and y'all know.
Whoopi caused an uproar Monday discussing a Tennessee school district's controversial ban on Maus, the Pulitzer Prize-winning graphic novel about the Holocaust.
The Holocaust isn't about race.
Her co-host seemed taken aback.
No, it's not about race.
Ethnicity.
It's about
a different race.
But it's not about race. It's not about race.
What is it about?
Because it's about man's inhumanity to man.
She also characterized the slaughter of 6 million Jews like this.
This is white people doing it to white people.
Yeah.
The response was swift.
See, this is white people doing it to white people.
A blizzard of social media posts telling her, yes, it was about race, and headlines like this. Whoopi was already scheduled to appear on The Late Show with Stephen.
And she went on the show and said, basically, as a black person, this was not racial. This is white people and white people.
I feel being a black person that this ain't got shit to do with race. This is white on white crime.
Yeah, so that's what she was saying. And I mean,
she didn't lie though.
She didn't lie.
We can't have you back, Whoopi, because, but we'll tell you ain't lying, Whoopi. Well, you're not lying.
But she had a lot of hate against her. They
want her gone. They said suspending her is not enough. She should be fired.
Now,
because Roseanne, they got rid of Roseanne.
She made comments about
something she made.
I forgot what she said.
They literally took her off of her show and tried to make the show that is Roseanne about the side characters, and it didn't work out. You can't take the star of the show off. The show is called Roseanne. If you're gonna get Roseanne off the show, you got to say we're just canceling the show. You can't go on with the show and name it The Connors.
And the fact that they even tried this.
But Whoopi, he didn't lie about nothing.
Drop the Goldberg name you co-opted, Whoopi. You don't deserve it.
The Jewish say you don't deserve to have a Jewish name.
Now that's kind of a crazy thing to say though. Change your name. You don't deserve it.
He's saying that is a Jewish last name, and it does not belong on a Negro.
Well, you kind of reaching with the last.
No,
part.
I'm not reaching with shit. That's what he really want to say. He like, we been letting your black ass walk around all these years calling yourself a Goldberg, and then you got the audacity to insult us on a platform that we run, bitch. Change your name.
The names.
Go back to Johnson. Negroes are named Johnson, not fucking Goldberg.
Decades ago, when the performer Karen, is it Karen?
Carolyn?
No, L.
No, it's
Karen.
It's Carol.
Karen.
Karen?
Yeah, Karen Johnson decided her name wasn't interesting enough, and decided her name wasn't interesting enough, and dubbed herself Whoopi Goldberg instead. It wasn't because Goldberg signified whiteness.
Yes, it was.
Through the years, it was.
It signifies money.
Yeah. Throughout the years, she offered many weird and contradictory explanations for her change in moniker, but it might have seemed at the time that a black person sporting a surname Goldberg would be especially eye-catching and noteworthy, especially in conjunction with the wild first name, because it would represent a proud ownership of her outside status. She wasn't trying to blend in. She was doubling down on race. Note, please, when Karen Johnson didn't become Whoopi Rockefeller. No, she knew that by becoming Whoopi Goldberg, she would be choosing to flaunt in every way possible the fact that she was a minority person in a minority white country. The Goldberg was the cherry on top. So he's saying the reason why she made her name Goldberg because she knew that wasn't a quote unquote white name. He's saying that Johnson is a white name.
Johnson is the blackest name
He's saying Johnson is what they call themselves. If you would have you call yourself Goldberg because that's a non-white name. You see, in the early 1980s, when Johnson became Goldberg, it was still commonly understood that Jews were a people apart. We were apart due to the facts of history, due to discrimination and hatred based on our very being, and for those who practiced the faith religiously, due to the way we ate, dressed, celebrated the Sabbath, and prayed. And we were apart because we were the only people in history to be targeted for mass extermination by one of the most powerful countries in the history of the earth. Something that had happened in living memory of half the people on the planet at the time.
Wow.
We're gonna move on from that.
We're gonna move on from that.
We're gonna just act like 1400s to the 1900s didn't happen. Nothing happened at that point.
And y'all just magically came back.
Flash forward in 2022, and Whoopi Goldberg says offhandedly on The View that the Holocaust was a white-on-white crime. The Holocaust is not about race, she says. There are two white groups of people. Forget that Hitler called Germans a master race, and that according to classic Nazi doctrine, Jews constituted a subhuman Asiatic race. You see, Whoopi told Stephen Colbert as she tried to clean up the mess she made earlier in the day, I think of race as being something I can see. That's nice that she thinks about it that way, but momentarily ignorant, stupid, and most jaw-dropping offensive, 6 million people, we get it. So they obviously was on her neck. They want her fired. They want her gone. And
they want Whoopi to disappear.
Well, she got suspended. I remember at one point they were saying that she might not return because
because Whoopi threatened to
not come back.
If I honestly believe if Whoopi leave The View, it's done.
Well, is there anybody watch it now?
No. But if she leave, they definitely not gonna watch it.
But here's the Jerusalem Post. This is a Jewish publication. Oh, should I say an Israeli publication?
Damn, it made to Israel. They talking about it?
Israel be on it. You say anything, boy, they bring
anti-Semitic.
It said, are Jews white? Is Whoopi Goldberg Jewish? The View Holocaust controversy explained. The genocide was not about race, Goldberg said. It was instead about man's inhumanity to man. She may not have meant it to, but this week, Whoopi Goldberg waded into a charged discourse that has polarized the Jewish community and those who seek to discriminate against them for centuries. The we know. The comments immediately went viral and struck a nerve, leading to what Goldberg described as a deluge of accusations and anti-Semitism and Holocaust denial, and criticism for groups like the Anti-Defamation League. Despite multiple apologies, the storm reached a climax on Tuesday night when ABC decided to suspend Goldberg from The View for 2 weeks to take time to reflect and learn about the impact of her comments.
Sounds like what Nick Cannon had to do.
There you go. Was Holocaust about race? After her initial comments circulated, Goldberg went on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert on Monday in an attempt to clarify the situation. In doing so, she dug deeper into the race issue. In her experience as a black person, she said, race is something I can see. If the Ku Klux Klan is coming down the street with a Jewish friend, I'm going to run. But if my friend decides not to run, they'll be passed by most of the times because you can't tell who's Jewish. She said, it's not something that people say, oh, that person is Jewish. Race is notoriously difficult to define. It is, like Goldberg claimed, a group of people who share physical characteristics. Jews have long debated whether they are a race or something else. Judaism is a religion practiced by people of all varieties and races across the globe. But Jews do not have to be practitioners to regard themselves to be accepted by other Jews as Jews. The Jewish tradition is matrilineality, defining as Jewish a child born of a Jewish mother, points to a biological definition of Jewish identity, but Judaism also says other, whatever. So they went into this situation asking the question, who is Jewish? Now, we know, or you should know, that this question is very easy to answer. No, they're not. Israelis are, but Jews are not. Jewish people are white. Jews are not.
You say Israeli people are what?
Are white.
Oh, okay.
Israeli and Jewish people are white. Jews are not. That's
12
it.
tribes are not.
That kind of answered the whole question right there. So they didn't really have the they're not willing to go down that path too long.
No, because they don't want to stay on that path. Because when they stay on that path, it's gonna be trouble for them.
There's any more to trouble.
That's why they should have hoped that this thing would go away.
Well, no, they can't let it go away because she put it out there. See, they don't. It's like the Asian people who finally are able to call themselves a minority right now. You don't really want to be white if you want social clout.
And just like the Jews, anti-Semitic Asians say anti-Asian, not racism. Like black people, oh, that's racist. That's racism. Why black people? Why we never said that's anti-black?
Black people don't say that. Now they're starting to say it though. They're starting to say it now. Speaking of anti-black,
Black Lives Matter is anti-black.
Black Lives Matter suspends online fundraising after state AGs threatened legal action. Black Lives Matter suspended online fundraising on Wednesday after Attorney General in California and Washington State asked the group to submit delinquent financial disclosures for 2020.
Washington State?
Yes, Washington State on
the liberals, the two liberal states.
Oh, it's over. Black Lives Matter.
You would have thought that it would be Florida, Texas.
No, it's So
all of them gone.
These are the people who started, or allegedly started, Black Lives Matter. Patrice Cullors. They have their names here. Hold on.
Alicia Garza,
and Tameti.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to read all this. This is a long article. I'm putting
the article is ridiculously long.
So the dude went into a breakdown trying to help people understand how Black Lives Matter started, the conflict they have, and the financial situation. We're going to focus on the financials. The guy who he's talking about in the article, who is the opposite side of the story, the one who is a grassroots person. I have a picture of him that you will see when I go to the main screen. His name is Tory Johnson. Everybody else in here is crooks. His article, I mean, based off his writings, right? We're just gonna go straight to the finances. Matter of fact, we'll start with how they say it started. As the story goes, Black Lives Matter got its start in 2013 in an Oakland bar. Garza was drinking bourbon when the news broke that George Zimmerman had been acquitted of murder charges in the killing of Trayvon Martin. And she took to Facebook to express her grief. Black people, I love you, I love us, our lives matter. She wrote. Her friend Colas replied with a missive of her own, closing with Black Lives Matter. Colas wanted to get involved with the energy out of that. So that's how they said it started. She ended up getting involved in a local organization. They said she didn't really know what she was doing. All she knew about was hashtagging. She didn't know how to actually build protests and all this stuff. Now this right here is the finances part. It's long. I'm telling you, it needs to be. It's crazy. Fledgling nonprofits. Matter of fact, is this it? Yeah, that's it. Fledgling nonprofits that have not yet been recognized by the government as tax exempt, often make temporary use of what is called a fiscal sponsor in order to process donations and handle other administrative tasks, giving up the percentage of income funds in exchange. In 2016, the Black Lives Matter founders partnered with the sponsor now called Thousands Currents, and its official filings give a window into Black Lives Matter fundraising over the years. Thousand Currents revenue increased dramatically after taking on the organization from 1.7 million in the year ending June 15 to 6.6 million in a year later. In the fiscal year concluding just after Floyd's 2020 murder, revenue shot up to 86.9 million. At one point, Black Lives Matter agreed to pay Thousand Currents 15% of all funds raised, and the typical entity raised between 5 to 10%. So why were they paying them more? Almost like they were doing something under the table. I'm gonna pay you an extra 5% on top of that, so you'll just not say something. But we'll see.
Hush money.
According to Candid, an information service that reports on nonprofits, after the 2020 surge in donations, Black Lives Matter Global now is a global national fund, switched fiscal sponsors to a division of the Ties Foundation, a larger organization that says its fee is 9% of revenue and less for groups with contributions exceeding 1 million. In a statement, Thousand Currents says that the sponsorship transition began in 2019 and that it has given away 45% of the most recent Black Lives Matter Global National Fund revenue to social movements. Black Lives Matter has never been a model of fiscal charity, and even people close to the organization find its arrangement confusing. Over the years, there have been nonprofits and for-profit arms. The Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation is distinct from the dissolved Black Lives Matter Global Network. So Black Lives Matter Global Network don't exist. It's Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation. They dissolved the other one and started a new one, which is distinct from the Black Lives Matter Action Fund, Black Lives Matter Grassroots, and Black Lives Matter Political Action Committee. Ties sponsored an effort called the Black Lives Matter Global Network Project and replaced it with the Black Lives Matter Support Fund. That's what, 6 now?
Damn.
BuzzFeed News reported in 2020 that Apple, Google, Microsoft, and other corporations nearly donated $4 million to the entity called the Black Lives Matter Foundation before realizing it had no connection to the group started by Colors. The lookalike charity, in fact, advocated bringing the community and police closer together. Thousand Currents later acknowledged to BuzzFeed that it had made similar errors in its tax records. Oh, we made an accident and filed it under the wrong name? On the face of it, it does not necessarily sound nefarious, says Jacob Harold, a former CEO of GuideStar and a co-founder of Candid. It definitely sounds messy on multiple levels. So they have multiple organizations.
So Apple, Microsoft,
Google,
and Google donated to the wrong
place.
You
really want me to believe that?
And they didn't go after them and ask for their money back? That's some bullshit.
They might ask for it back. We don't know that yet. Without much in the way of formal filings, gleaning information about Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation finances requires piecing together information from a variety of sources. According to legal and governance experts, some of the partners that emerge are cause for concern. Aside from Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation, Colors has started or helped lead several other organizations, including 3 related to criminal justice reform and prisoners' rights. Dignity and Power Now, Justice LA. Justice LA is the one that has ties to the woman who Simpson, her son getting killed.
Yeah,
that's what she dealt with. She had a beef with them. And Justice Teams Network. According to filings, money sometimes flows between the organizations. For instance, she has Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation. She helped with Dignify and Power Now, Justice LA, and Justice Teams Network. And sometimes they share money. Like, come on, man. Do I even got to read it anymore? It's money. They laundering money. It's a scheme. For instance, in 2018, the Justice Team Network received a $400,000 grant to support work for Justice LA. From its website, Justice LA looks like an autonomous entity, but users who click to donate are directed to a PayPal account for Dignity and Power Now. Now, wasn't that happening when people were trying to donate to Black Lives Matter in 2020 after the George Floyd thing, and they said it was going to the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
It was leading into a site that gives money to the Democratic Party. And and a lot of those people had admitted in the article they wrote for the Times, admitting that they turned George Floyd protests into a campaign.
That was the highest one. That was the highest one they made as far as getting donations and funds for Black Lives Matter.
Yeah,
86.6
to 9 million.
86 million.
Then they came out later that year and said they had made 100 million or 60 million or something. And it was like, what? Everybody was like, where is this damn money?
Where? Oh, they were like, black people were like,
100 million. Wait,
where's the money? What they talking about? Where's my cut? I was like,
yeah, niggas started saying, "Where my damn money in?" Like, oh,
it's Black Lives Matter Foundation, nigga. Just because you black don't mean you get a cut of the money.
The organizations are linked through a person named Crispin Bowers. That's another. That's the money man. He was the one who was, finagling the system.
He ain't my money man.
Yeah, I can tell y'all that story.
That's an inside joke.
Who has also gone by I don't know how to name Bowers. He is listed as Dignity and Power Now's chief financial officer and as the treasurer of a local political committee, Reform LA Jails. In 2019, while working on an ultimately successful ballot initiative, Reform LA Jails collected more than $1.4 million in contributions. More than half was paid out to just 4 recipients. Wait, so out of 1.4 million, only 4 people, half of the money went to 4 people. Let's see where the money went. The group sent more than $270,000 to Bowers Consulting Company, so he consulted that good. I need $270K, as well as some $211,000 to Asha Bandele, a friend of colors. A friend of colors who co-wrote her memoir.
She paid her for the book she wrote.
Bruh.
She get a cut, dude.
So wait, listen. The Reform LA, they collected $1.4 million. 270,000 of that went to Bowers. Another 200 who's cool with Black Lives Matter Global National Fund or National Foundation. I'm sorry. Asha Bandele, who is friends with colors, helped write a book, got 211,000.
Read the next one. The next one, the best one.
It's so fucked up. It's funny.
Read the next one.
About 205,000 went to a company Colors operates with her spouse, Janaya and Patrice Consulting. So she gave herself.
Oh, no. The next, I know. The next one is the best one.
Build up. They probably already read it. That nigga read it slow. Just hold on. So she paid herself and her own consulting company $205,000. Listen to this next one. And about $86K was paid to Trap Hills LLC, an entertainment, clothing, and consulting company started by Damon Turner, the father of Patrice Colors.
So she out here dyking and she got a damn baby daddy?
So this is what we got. We got a woman who is now a lesbian, who's in a scheme of making money.
She give her baby daddy.
Who's paying her woman and her baby daddy in her scheme. Everybody coming. Hey, I can say this. Everybody coming up.
Everybody around her coming up.
Everybody coming up.
She even thought of the baby father.
She didn't even let her baby father. She didn't even let her baby father suffer. She said, "You coming with us? I don't want you out here lying, telling the truth on me. I'm sorry. I don't want you out here lying on me, saying that I'm scheming. So you gonna get some money too to shut your mouth."
Or he knew what was going on.
You know what I'm saying? She
He
like
about to expose her ass.
Yeah, that's why she paid them off. Now listen to this. Bowers has signed tax documents as a deputy executive director of Black Lives Matter Global National Foundation. So he also is tied to the Colors Foundation, or the what would be called Black Lives Matter. So now, and he is the treasurer of Black Lives Matter PAC. Now that's the political side. That Bowers dude, he the money man. He the one that moved the money, I guess. I don't know. In 2020, the PAC paid Trap Hills.
Trap Hills.
So, okay, the PAC, right, is the treasurer of the PAC is Bowers, who's connected to two other foundations, and Black Lives Matter Global Network. The PAC, Black Lives Matter PAC, paid Trap Hills nearly $150,000 for production work on a live stream of the Election Day event. That's more than Black Lives Matter Global National Global National Foundation has paid for all of its Facebook ads promoting civil rights. Bauer and Turner did not respond to requests for comment.
And they ain't gonna respond. They ain't gonna respond till they get subpoenaed in a damn courtroom. That's when they gonna respond.
Let me just read this last little part. Close interactions among people in nonprofit world are inevitable, especially in a niche like racial justice. Compliance expert say Kelly Sally, an executive of a charity navigation, an organization that assesses thousands of nonprofits, says that groups are best off practicing radical transparency when they are under intense scrutiny or have experienced public conflict. Colors in her network of contacts have a paltry record of disclosure, and they often attack the motives of those who criticize or even question them on financial matters. Bandele, for example, said it was sexist and racist for me to ask about the spending of Reform LA jails in 2019. For the record, I'm a black man raised by a single black mother, and police have pointed guns at me.
Damn, that's his qualification.
No, he's saying I'm a black man, so I'm black.
I know, that's his
my mama raised me, and I don't fuck with cops either. The lack of transparency creates an opening for political opponents. In April, the New York Post reported between 2016 and 2020, Colors purchased 4 homes worth nearly $3 million, fueling speculation that she was using Black Lives Matter movement to enrich herself. There is no evidence that Colors used money sent to Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation to purchase personal property. And a spokesperson told the paper that she has only received $120,000 in compensation between 2013 and 2018, was not paid a salary from 2019 on. No, she was getting the money under the table through donations into other companies.
That's what she was doing.
She didn't get an actual payment, but yeah, I'm gonna give me $10,000 a year. I don't care. Just give me $10,000 a year. I'm gonna get all the other money in these business in these foundations. In a recent interview in the Los Angeles Times, Colors noted that she has multiple outside sources of income, including 2 book contracts, a media production deal, and paid speaking arrangements. She also described media coverage of her purchases as just a character assassination campaign, but a campaign to actually get me assassinated. Really? You know who did get assassinated? All those people who were real grassroots people in Ferguson.
Like the dude in the
Darren
car.
Seals got shot and his car set on fire. It's like 8 of them. A lot of those dudes in Ferguson who started those movements and those protests, they all died.
How dare you say something? And there are real martyrs out here.
But Darren Seals, that's the thing. Darren Seals spoke against Black Lives Matter. While they was on the ground, he said, "Don't nobody know these people. The camera come here and go straight to them. Don't nobody know them. Why is the camera going to them?" He basically knew they was being.
It was a setup.
It was being put in front of the camera, and he popped him and 6 other dudes. A couple people died, and it popped up. No, they didn't die. Were killed or died in very mysterious ways.
Unsolved mysteries.
Still ain't found out who did it. In a recent interview, she said, as a rebuttal to the Post story, more sinister implications is persuasive, but touting her many avenues of earning money sits poorly with some of the movement who have lost the most. I'm just going to go to this last, whatchamacallit, I want to show y'all this. Since the rally, Johnson has managed to make ends meet, but he is behind on his rent and not sure how long he'll be able to stay in his apartment. Now, this is the Tory Johnson dude who's in the middle of that picture you're about to see. Let me go ahead and show this. Tory Johnson's the guy right there in the middle. That's Patrice Cullors. Her baby daddy is on her left shoulder, and her wife now is on her right shoulder. Bowles is the dude in between Tamedi and Gaza. And the woman you see at the bottom left there, his name is Abdullah. Is it Melina Abdullah, something like that?
Yes.
So she's the one who's going against Samaria Rice and Miss Simpson. The ones who came out and said that the Black Lives Matter ain't shit, basically.
They raising money for them, and they don't give them nothing.
Yeah.
Like they're supposed to be raising money for the funeral, and she said she didn't get shit.
No, he said, the guy Tory Johnson in the middle, he said he sounds disgusted when he hears about the fundraising levels Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation has achieved over the years and the comfort experienced by the few at the top. He said, I don't tell people what I'm actually going through, he says. I don't tell people how stressed I actually am. But I'm actually have to live through all of this. He pauses to clear his head and he offers a final thought. They got rich off my back. They got rich off of Trayvon Martin, Breonna Taylor. They was on Breonna Taylor hard for a couple months. They was making flyers, posting events with her name on it.
Mike Brown,
George Floyd, Garner. I can't remember the guy's name in Georgia. The guy named in Louisiana, Ahmaud Arbery.
What's the one woman name in Texas?
I forgot her name. I never even seen what happened with her case. The light skinned chick who got shot at her nephew.
Oh,
with her nephew who was playing video games. He came to her window and it just shot through her window and killed her.
Yeah.
But they've been making money off all those people and the parents.
Sandra Bland.
These people are wicked. You put these people's name on flyers and profit, get donations, and the family don't get no help. You just take the money and who knows what you do with it. People been asking for years, where's the money? Where's the money? Every last one of the leaders left. There's no leader of Black Lives Matter right now public. None. We do not know who is the leader, who is running Black Lives Matter. Global Network Foundation, because everybody has stepped down.
Black Lives Matter really was Black Lesbians Matter.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
They had nothing about heterosexual
black men
in their mission statement. They intentionally
left you out.
They were not for family.
And they took the money and ran. Now they got promotional deals with media companies. They're getting signing liquor deals, car deals. Everybody making money in this game. But yeah, let's get to this. Last two on Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter Foundation sends millions to Canada charity to buy Toronto mansion. Now that's what BET said. BET said they're just buying a mansion.
BET line.
The news comes after the organization has already faced scrutiny of a financial past. But look, what we found out about this mansion. Black Lives Matter transferred millions to Canadian charity run by wife of co-founder Patrisse Cullors to buy Toronto mansion formerly owned by the Communist Party.
China.
Yeah. If y'all don't know what happened in 2020, you really behind. If you don't know what really happened across the globe in 2020, you're not paying attention. Black Lives Matter Canada in the summer of 2021 purchased a 3-story Victorian mansion in Toronto to turn it into a 10,000 square foot art center and meeting space. The $6.3 million mansion was bought by M4BJ, a Toronto-based nonprofit set up by Janaya Khan, wife of Black Lives Matter co-founder Patrisse Cullors. Now, they've come out and admit they're Marxists. But what is it about these communists who always turn into millionaires? It's supposed to be against people hoarding money, yet somehow the money always end up in these communist Marxist pockets. I don't get it.
Well, yeah.
Because you ain't really about that life. You don't really believe in as much equality as you say you do. On Saturday, the New York Post reported that the fund for the art center named Wild Seed were provided by Black Lives Matter Global Network. Wait, it says Black Lives Matter Global Network, not Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation.
There's another name?
Well, this one supposed to be dissolved. I thought this one didn't exist no more. Maybe they just got it wrong, but that's a different organization. Cullors was executive director of a group until she resigned in May 2021 amid scrutiny over her $3.2 million property empire. They called it an empire. On Thursday, the Washington Examiner reported that no one seems to know who is currently running Black Lives Matter or managing the group's $60 million funds. And you ain't gonna know.
I got an idea. Who's running Black Lives Matter?
Who you think?
It ain't a black person running Black Lives Matter.
It's a tiny hat?
It's a tiny hat. It is a tiny hat. We know it's a tiny hat. It's a Jewish person running Black Lives Matter. I'm tired of saying fucking tiny hat. I said it. Whoopi got me brave tonight.
Oh, Whoopi said he got something for you.
Whoopi put some hair on my chest.
Oh, Lord. Whoopi. But yeah, Black Lives Matter ain't shit. We already knew this, though. You already knew this. We ain't have to say it again. Let's talk about this right here. Clyburn pushes management side labor attorney for Supreme Court.
More cooning.
Michelle Childs, a potential choice to replace Stephen Breyer, Worked for years defending employees accused of racial, gender, and other discriminatory
So
cases.
you're right. That's who they gonna choose.
Clyburn
If Clyburn stamping her,
Obama picked her for the
and
circuit.
she ain't shit. If they biking her, she ain't shit. And the next story, move it low.
She ain't shit.
She ain't shit. If they backing her ass, she ain't shit.
Democrats have given. I'm going to read this right quick. Democrats have given every indication. Democrats have given every indication that they will move quickly on nominating a Supreme Court justice to replace the outgoing Stephen Breyer, with the White House confirming that Joe Biden will keep his campaign trail promise of picking a black woman for the job. Already speculation has solidified into a short list. D.C. Circuit Court Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson is the presumed frontrunner, with Supreme Court Justice Leandra Kruger mentioned second. But a third candidate has begun gaining in the speculative fervor. South Carolina District Court Judge J. Michelle Childs, her biggest enthusiast is home state representative James Clyburn, the highest ranking black leader in the Congress and a close advisor to Biden. In fact, Clyburn was the one who got Biden to make the Supreme Court pledge. Clyburn has been whipping support for Childs for his enthusiasm far beyond that which he is dedicated to Democrats' police reform bill or the Build Back Better Act. In just a few short days, he has hit a number of news networks to advocate for her appointment. She has the experience that is needed, he said on MSNBC, a dig at Jackson, who has been criticized in the early goings as underqualified for the post.
So, Clyburn told Biden, if I get you in office, you got to make a black woman Supreme Court.
That's what they're saying. I don't think he said that, but
okay.
That's the narrative they're pushing. That's what he asked for from Biden. They have to put a black woman on the Supreme Court. And you go, that's what you asked for?
Well, it's not unbelievable. I mean, he asking to make it lift every voice be the national anthem.
Yeah.
So is it unbelievable that he would say some dumb shit like that?
You want to whoop Clyburn ass, don't you? Damn. You really got your fangs out for him. Labor groups wary of potential Supreme Court pick backed by top House Democrat. So the labor groups don't want her. She went against she basically is a union buster, they believe. She's always going to side with corporations. So basically, if you sue a company for racial bias and it gets to the Supreme Court, they believe she'll side with the Republicans.
It would definitely would have been great to have her in there when Byron Allen was going against Comcast for racial.
All those, but Clyburn, did he sponsor?
Too late.
Did Clyburn, was he on the side of Byron Allen?
He didn't say shit.
Exactly. So
he was too busy trying to get Native Americans stop battling over land. So
yeah,
that's what his focus was on.
Look at this. Tim Scott praises potential SCOTUS nominee J. Michelle Childs. Biden taps a Sherpa to guide.
And your boy Tim Scott ain't shit either for pushing her. He on the same level as. I'm gonna say it.
Why is he saying right now? Picking him
because that's
Did
your boy.
Did I pick them, or was I giving a theory of what I think can happen?
You pretty, excited about Tim Scott.
How am I excited?
If it's Tim Scott, man, it's gonna be a black. I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be Tim Scott. And imagine if it's Keisha Bottoms who rather the Democrat, man, it's gonna be a war in the black community.
That's what I'm speculating though. The gender war is gonna be crazy if that happens.
Y'all, he want to smoke.
No, I don't want to smoke. I hope that don't happen because it's gonna be bad.
He said it's gonna be blood.
But I know how the game is played, and they would do that on purpose. But yeah. So this right here, so you can see Tim Scott is on her side. Another Senate Republican on Wednesday. So the Republicans like her. Another Senate Republican on Wednesday praised possible Supreme Court nominee J. Michelle Childs as President Biden named an ex-senator to be a Sherpa to help confirm his pick to replace retiring Justice Stephen Breyer. Senator Tim Scott lauded home state federal judge Childs as a strong candidate, hinting at more potential GOP backing if Biden picks her. Doug Jones, who left the Senate in January after losing re-election, will serve as the White House point person to confirm whoever Biden nominates. House Majority Whip Jim Clyburn and Senator Lindsey Graham are openly campaigning for Biden to pick Childs, 55, for a lifetime position, which he could do with a simple majority. So Lindsey Graham is pushing for her. She's getting in. She's an Obama pick. She's an Obama pick, which means she's probably a Clinton pick. She's
Hillary
a Biden
Clinton
pick.
Just setting up her cabinet. That's all she doing.
So
right
yeah,
now.
more than likely that will be the Supreme Court pick. I'll be surprised.
And you did call it.
I did say that. Yep.
I said it was gonna be none of them. But
she got too many people on her side.
If Jim Clyburn says Childs, and Childs it is.
All right, let me show y'all the last segment here. I'm gonna run through this for a second. All right. Moderna's vaccine received full FDA approval.
Oh,
it's fully approved now.
Pfizer got their approval. Now
it's
Moderna.
Now, this makes no sense. The Food and Drug Administration has granted full approval to Moderna's coronavirus vaccine, the agency announced Monday. Okay. Moderna's vaccine, now known as Spikevax, we'll see if they're doing the same shit they did with...
It's the same thing they did with Pfizer.
Community and Pfizer and BioNTech are two separate things. You'll be hard-pressed to find Community. Let's just say that. You ain't finding it.
How you gonna sue?
How you gonna sue if I ain't giving... I don't know what I'm getting.
So Moderna is now known as Spikevax.
No, their vaccine is known as Spikevax. But they're never gonna say it. They're gonna keep saying Moderna. They saying Spikevax, but then they'll continue to say Moderna to make you forget that they said this. If you watch they playing the same game, the bait and switch more than likely.
People don't get this by
They playing
now.
the same game.
Why would you change your name when you get it approved to be a vaccine?
But listen, in America, if you have a fully authorized vaccine or anything, if you have a fully authorized drug, you are not allowed to have another drug under emergency use authorization. Everything they're doing right now is crazy illegal. After Pfizer or Community was dubbed okay, we're not supposed to have Moderna or AstraZeneca, none of that. That's in this country, you're not supposed to, that's legal. But now we have two authorized, right? So that means we don't need emergency use no more, right? You blinking like I'm gonna get us going or something. I'm not. We good. This is all okay. Y'all see the look he giving right now. We good. Just chill.
Listen.
Look.
Talk about. Listen. The tiny hats will get your ass out of here too, but it's certain things that let you say.
No,
you start talking about the vaccine.
I did not talk about
and you start talking about they ready to get your ass out of here.
I did not say anything about the efficacy of the vaccine. Okay. The vaccine, according to YouTube,
all right, brother,
helps suppress some of the symptoms and help you not have severe symptoms and then keep you out of hospital. So if you think you need it, take it.
Now you're promoting the shit.
I can't do that with you.
Whoa, now he promoting it.
That's worse than the other.
Oh, they're gonna be throwing ads on the video for Pfizer.
Oh, these niggas are sellout.
They're gonna get rid of the damn because after our videos go off,
they put a lot of
Republican and conservative videos.
Yeah, they keep putting Fox News. Look, man.
But now they're gonna be putting CNN on behind us, and now, I don't want that shit.
Now, what I just said a while ago is a fact. In this country, you're not supposed to have anything under emergency use if you have a fully authorized version of it. But look at this. Pfizer asked FDA to expand use of COVID vaccine to kids under 5. What? Pfizer and BioNTech asked the Food and Drug Administration on Tuesday to expand the use of their COVID-19 vaccine to most kids under 5. The company said the FDA requested that they start submitting data, which is being submitted to a rolling basis that fast tracks the approval process for the authorization of the first 2 doses of what will eventually be a 3-dose vaccine for children 6 months through 4 years of age. Pfizer and BioNTech said data on the 3rd dose will be completed and submitted to the FDA in coming months. So they fully approved Community, but they didn't approve it for kids? You just gonna say nothing? Travis said, I don't want to get blamed. We good, man. This is cool.
Nope.
Because
anyway. I can't sugarcoat shit.
Oh, yeah.
I can't sugarcoat it, so I'm going to be quiet.
Now look at this. Now they said they want approval. Pfizer wants approval for children 6 months to 4 years of age. But look at this. This was back in December 17, 2021. This is CNN Health. Pfizer's child-sized vaccine fails to produce expected immunity in younger kids. Company adds third dose to trials. This is CNN. Vaccine maker Pfizer said Friday that the trials on its vaccines in children ages 2 to 5 show that it did not provide the expected immunity to kids this age, and it is adding a third dose to the regimen. The company decided to add a third dose for all children in baby ages 6 months to 5 years after the independent outside advisors took a look at the data so far. So that when they did their studies, 2 doses didn't do it, so they just added a third dose. So an adult, you need 2 doses, and they say you need a booster. As a kid, you need 3, and then you'll probably need a booster. Niggas be walking around, lumped up.
Sugar,
more sugar, more sugar. Oh,
it's gonna be the man in black on Earth pretty soon.
Look at this.
You already got zombies walking around here.
But they told them themselves in November 25th, 2021. Look what they said. COVID. This is in Canada. This is Canada News. COVID-19 vaccine for babies and toddlers could be approved early 2022. Chief Public. They already knew in 2022. They already knew. But now the Pfizer is asking. They're asking the FDA, hey, can you please approve this? But you already knew it last year. It's insane.
They ain't
man.
asking shit.
They telling. They telling them what they're gonna do. But it is what it is, man. Anyway, man, I think that's the last part of the story. We went on long enough. I was gonna show some other stuff.
Yeah, go ahead and show the other stuff.
I guess I showed this last thing because that right is not necessary. So y'all know that Joe Rogan has been in the news. He had that guy Neil Young come at him, take his music off of Spotify. He had a couple of old nobodies who took their music off Spotify to show solidarity with quote unquote being against misinformation.
Mm-hmm.
They want him. I don't even know what it is because Joe Rogan he's just control opposition. I believe he's CIA. Yeah. I believe he's intelligence. When I saw the first celebrity I saw on his page, I know he wasn't the first celebrity. But when I saw Robert Downey Jr., Dave Chappelle, not even Dave Chappelle, because Joe Rogan considers himself a comedian. So that's even more understandable. When I saw some of the names he was getting on Elon Musk, like when the people he's getting on his pod is like crazy.
What I found about Joe Rogan that was very strange is
that's good. Yeah,
his wife is
the baby mama of H-Town's lead singer. If you know who H-Town is, Knockin' the Boots, or the soundtrack A Thin Line Between Love and Hate from Martin's movie Thin Line Between Love and Hate. Yeah.
That's the name of the movie, the song too. That he's married to his
it's a black
baby
man.
mama.
She's black, yeah.
Like,
I knew
how is the world that small?
I knew he was married to a woman with a biracial child. I didn't know who the father was.
Yeah, the father is from the lead singer, the lead singer twin from H-Town.
Yeah. So now they've had all these old actors come out, old actors and musicians come out against Joe Rogan.
Don't call India.Arie old.
No, let me set the table.
Don't disrespect that queen.
So they had all these now they have a black woman.
Oh.
Let me stop. A black person, because that's what they really needed. Because black people don't give a fuck about this. Black people don't give a fuck about the Joe Rogan thing. They watch him or they don't. They don't care no one cares.
They really watch him when he had that Hispanic dude come on there.
Diaz is crazy. Joey Diaz is funny. I'm sorry. That is a funny dude. He tell the craziest stories. But now they brought India.Arie in.
Sometimes they can be vulgar.
Huh?
Sometimes they could be vulgar.
He's very vulgar. Now they brought India.Arie in. And her job is to tell black people he's racist. And let me say this. He is. Joe Rogan has said plenty of things that be very much racist. Even recently when he talked about the black thing, even though his initial comments were not crazy, when Jordan Peterson said that Michael Eric Dyson wasn't black, he's brown, and they were talking about who's black and who's not black. What is this black thing? You know, like y'all invented, like white people invented the idea of race, you motherfuckers. That's why it's such thing as black and white. And,
no, they identified a thing as such as classism. Because white is classism.
So now India.Arie comes out and shows a compilation of Joe Rogan using the N-word.
Let me clarify. They invented classism based on your skin color.
Yeah.
They did, yeah. We're
going to get to that in the video we got coming of a movie breakdown about the skin being a class. But anyway, so she went and got and created a compilation of him using the N-word. He wasn't necessarily using the N-word towards people, but he was saying it in the conversation. Yeah, he said a hard R, yeah.
He said the hard, I mean, he didn't try to lay it soft on you. He said...
Yeah, he's one of those arrogant white boys who just, I do what I want, you know. And
he had to go get a white woman that had been...
Well, he's a super liberal. He is a hippie. He's a hippie.
He just loves the idea of let it go.
All right. By the way, the dude dead, ain't he?
Yeah, he died.
He ain't got to worry about
him coming. But the dude, I mean, unfortunately, he was getting ready to marry another white woman.
Yeah.
He died in a car accident.
That's not judgment. But this is what India.Arie had to say about Joe Rogan.
I want to leave a short message here about why I decided to ask my music be pulled off of Spotify. So check this out.
Like, you know, the nigger thing.
Yes. Saying the word nigger. You've already said the nigger, but starts calling them niggers. Word nigger. There should be a word like nigger, especially like the word nigger. That's our nigger. About niggers. He says nigger. Guy, a nigger. And then our niggers start saying nigger. Allowed to use the word nigger. Out the word nigger, see nigger, word nigger. Say nigger, and he couldn't say nigger, and most nigger.
I empathize with the people who are leaving for the COVID disinformation reasons, and I think that they should. I also think that Joe Rogan has the right to say what he wants to say. I also think that I have the right to say what I want to say.
So now, India.Arie, I hate to say this to you, sister. I love your music. But you didn't think to take your music off Spotify a month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, a year ago. You waited until they started taking their music off because of the COVID thing.
Which means they put you up to doing this
exactly.
shit.
I love you. Hold on. Let me get this off my chest.
Okay.
I love you, but you kind of being used as a pawn right now, maybe willingly or unwillingly. You didn't do this. You knew who he was. You knew he said this stuff, or maybe you didn't. Maybe you didn't know who he was, and somebody just sent you this compilation, which we know more than likely happened. Somebody sent it to you and put the battery in your back.
True.
That's what happened. So you're not really being, you're being disingenuous right now without admitting why you're really doing this, because there's a war now, a fake war being pushed against Joe Rogan, even though he's controlled opposition. He's meant to be the guy who's giving the alternate opinion. You know, he's talking to the other people. He talks to anybody. Do he really? I mean, anyway.
It's all theatrics.
Yeah, it's all storyline. It's a Joe Rogan storyline.
You know, it was funny because I was scrolling through the comment section on World Star Hip Hop, and a lot of them was talking about Cardi B. I'm going to say it. They were in the comment section saying India.Arie didn't pull her music off the platform when Cardi B admitted that she was drugging and raping men to get money. She didn't pull her. So it's just fake. It's just absolutely fake. Y'all choose when y'all want to support. You're told to do certain things. This whole shit is fake.
I agree.
As an artist who builds, Spotify is built on the back of the music streaming. So they take this money that's built from streaming and they pay this guy $100 million, but they pay us 0.003% of a penny. Just take me off. I don't want to generate money that pays this. Just take me off. That's where I'm at. And I know that I'm actually, to be honest with you, surprised that my statements were picked up, because I thought people weren't really going to listen to me, because that's what I'm used to from the industry. But I'm glad that I am being heard, and for that reason, I want to clarify my statements. Again, this is why. Watch this.
And we're giggling.
You didn't do it a year ago.
Social media can be. Things can be doctored. People are taken out of context. It's happened to me many times. However, I want to be clear. in no uncertain terms. Where I stand on this is that he shouldn't even be uttering the word. Don't even say it under any context. Don't say it. That's where I stand. It's my right to stand there.
So we get it. So she's now came out and they're trying to get the black people to go. How many black people really listen to Joe Rogan consistently? I mean, like a true fan. Like out of his alleged 11 million.
He got a couple, but not.
I have 11 million views or whatever he get downloads every episode. A couple 100,000 are black, maybe. 600-700K.
Maybe.
We
know who his biggest.
Yeah, white people. Obviously, the country is majority white, so it's obvious. But still, niggas don't really care about this. So they need. See, once again, nothing truly grows until you bring in the Negroes. It grows when you bring in the Negroes. Ain't no sting really on him. Same thing with Dave Chappelle, where they caught us trying to. Niggas didn't care about quote unquote canceling him. So it's shit kind of fizzled. And I'm not saying he didn't get canceled because the black people didn't want him canceled. No, the storyline they were trying to create to bring attention to him fizzled because niggas didn't really care.
And when the damn tranny they had as the leader had fucking tweets about Asian people.
Yeah, they kind of.
I'll never forget that one tweet. I can't even say it. It was hilarious. She said the Asian had a fat ass.
Was it a she or he?
He, she, fuck. I don't know what the fuck they are. That thing that said that the Asian had a fat ass. When she was in line.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, that's a nigga saying that.
Yeah. Crazy, man.
Wow.
That's crazy. So India,
even though the it has transitioned to the it still had the mentality of the Asian got a fat ass.
I think it was a dude. He was an Asian dude.
It was still, and the mind was warped.
I don't know.
He couldn't understand because it had, it.
Yeah. All right, man. I guess that's the end of this one. We went through all of this. You got your rents off from last week, this week. Make sure to bring them all the way back.
A nigga is 100% now. I ain't no coughing, no 100%.
So that's all you. What's your final words?
My final words is thanks for viewing the channel. We appreciate the support, and that's it. That's what I say every video.
I'm gonna say that.
Well,
I can say it too.
You can say it too, nigga.
Well, I'm gonna say it
unless you want to be something else.
Thank y'all. Hope you're in the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share it. Hope y'all enjoyed this at this point. If you did, please leave a comment. Let us know what you thought. But yeah, man, we got some stuff coming later this week or early next week. Or at least one video in particular we got done. See if y'all enjoy that type of video. And we'll try to get back to doing another a movie discussion sometime next week or the week after maybe. We'll see. But anyway, man, y'all be safe. All praise to the Most High. And peace, man.